Do y'all hear me now? Why am I so retarded? Oh my god. Oh my god. I just looked and saw people telling me to unmute the mic. Sorry. Okay, look. I didn't realize when you was playing the music that it cut the mic off. We're here. All right. So, how are you? Let's start over. Let's start over since y'all didn't hear shit, okay? How are you doing, okay? Please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and follow me on my other social media platforms. I'm Jovi Beauty. I'm Jovi Beauty on all platforms. Please. I can't believe I did all of that. Y'all didn't hear it. Please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and follow me on the rest of my follow me on my other social media platforms. I'm Jovi Beauty on all platforms. Please follow, please subscribe. And now let me drop this intro that y'all can finally hear the shit, child, and get on with today's show. I'm gonna have to delete the first 3 minutes of this video. Okay, guys, we're here. Okay, y'all can hear me? All right, y'all can hear me. Lord have mercy. All right, okay, so we're here. So look, this weekend, while I was minding my own business, being nosy, okay, do y'all want to do a more, side note, are we going to do a more in-depth discussion about the Storm Monroe and Tasha K interview today at 6? Are we? I think we fucking are. Okay, side note, we'll set that up. Nonetheless, I was minding my business, being nosy on Instagram and Twitter, whatever, this weekend, and I saw this fool put up this fucking post. Can we talk about the gaslight of it all? Okay, first, it's gaslight for me. We already know what I'm going to stand on this. Y'all know me. If you know me, you already know what I'm about to say. But let's play, because this motherfucker want to play, okay? These menses who think, when did it become appropriate for men thinking it's okay to ask a woman for money? Let's start with that. Fuck this. Hold up. Give me a second. When did it become okay? Why do men think it's appropriate to ask women for money, or to think it's even appropriate to test women via if they're willing to just give you money as a man? Like, nothing within you is shame. My fucking, let me be clear. Like, one, y'all know I don't play like that. Men like that, I don't engage with. Even my brother, y'all know how I'm raised. My brother be in these streets. Y'all already know. And even that, the other day, y'all saw he was here last week on Friday. He was here, we was Thursday, Friday, whatever. We was talking or whatever. And he was on the phone with this girl. He was like, even in his most debauchery of it all, he don't ask no woman for money. He don't work nowhere legally. Y'all know what I'm saying. Even in the most debauchery of it all, I am the only woman he might ask for money. Because the man in him refuses to be that nigga. Why do you think it's okay? I don't believe you. You need more people. I don't believe nothing this man has to say. I believe it's the gaslight. Trying to make women more women because there's already enough of us black women. Because you know what? They wouldn't ask no white woman for all of this. Or no Asian woman to just, can I fund your dreams? Why do you need money from me as a man? As a man, you shouldn't. Listen, as a man, you should, if you got to ask your cousin, your brother, okay, your sister, I don't give a fuck. Because once you put yourself in that position to be a begging ass nigga, guess what you will always be? A begging ass nigga. And you expect, these are the same niggas that want respect. They want to be respected. But you begging a woman for money. No matter how much times we trying to be like, yo, well, we'll play these gender roles. If it's working out for me, let us play these gender roles a little bit. You want us to play these gender roles, but then also take on the role of funding the shit? I gotta be a woman plus the man? How that work? Anywho, let's pull it up. Let's read it. I asked this woman, child, he ain't say my girl. He ain't say, okay, I asked this woman, let's just read it first and then we'll cut it up. Because I'm about to cut him up, okay? I asked this woman I've been talking to for a minute for $100. I get what do I need it for? When do I get it back? A whole bunch of questions, LOL. I planned a trip for us to the mountains in Colorado. My ass. Whatever. For 4 days. Hotel cost per night, $200. Whitewater rafting, $150 per person. Zip line, $125 per person. Hot air balloon, $225 per person. SUV rental, $80 a day. Not to mention food costs. I had all this covered, just canceled everything and got my deposit back. I didn't need the $100. I was just seeing what type of response I'd get if I asked for it. I didn't ask when do I get my money back when I planned the vacation. I was just handling business. Nigga, if you was handling... Y'all ready? Test failed. People don't think long term. This nigga ain't thinking long term. Test failed. No, nigga, you test failed. You failed the test of your manhood. And then these are the same motherfuckers that want to be like, oh, she don't treat me like a man. She don't respect me. She don't treat me like a man. You put yourself in a bitch ass position as a man. Gender roles and all of that. You ain't supposed to be begging no woman for money. You got all this money to be paying for the whitewater rafting and all of this shit? Apparently not. Because if she thought you were that stable, you wouldn't have asked her for money. Because she would have asked you, what you need $100 for? You caking out? You supposed to ask your mama, your sister, your cousin, your friend, your bank for a fucking loan. Ask your savings account. It is not a woman's job to fund you. Then y'all want to turn around and be like, oh, women act like men. Stop putting women in male positions and maybe they'll stop acting like niggers. She got to fund your life? Yeah, she the nigga this shit. The nigga funds the shit. I asked this woman I've been talking to for a minute for $100. He didn't say his girlfriend. He didn't say I'm dating some chick he talking to. We gonna believe that he planned all this for some chick he talking to? Then she not supposed to ask what he needed for when she getting back her money, because we supposed to be boo-boo the fool and just give you and give any nigga that asks for some shit. Nigga, you wouldn't even do that. You wouldn't even do that. Because you hear this, he's here, according to him, even though I don't think there was ever no vacation. This is the bullshit niggas say. Even though you gambled the vacation or what she would do. It don't make no sense. Okay, now he want to tell us about all the things he planned and paid for. My mans, if you liked her that much, if you cared about her that much, her not giving you $100 is not the end of the day. Her not giving you $100 should make you feel more like a man. Beat your chest, nigga. Because the minute she gave you that money, you are the one in need. You are the lady of the relationship. She told Couture Bay. I just popped up. Couture Bay says that take someone else. Chick, imagine. Because apparently if she just a woman he been talking to, he talked to a lot of other women. Why he ain't take them? Because there was no trip. Because his broke ass needed $100. And instead of dealing with that, he want to try to manipulate and try to tell her some dumb shit. So now, you know, hoping that later on down the line, she'll be having this, well, maybe something, or let me give him whatever he needs, because maybe he'll do some shit for me. It is not my job as a woman to think about the maybe, shoulda, couldas, and fucking wouldas. It's your job as a man to fucking, I don't get it. You want women to be women, no doubt. Okay. But then you need her to fund your fucking goals. Your life, your dream. It is not my job to fund your goals. It's my job to pat you on your back and tell you that your goals are attainable and maybe help you a little bit towards them. But funding them? You got me fucked up. You got her fucked up too. Charlize said this is American black men. Ciao. So he's talking about people don't think long term. This is when I say men don't think long term, because they create situations. These are always, y'all ever notice, it's always the men that out here wanting to be 50-50 out this motherfucker, begging and pleading for shit because they need help all the goddamn time because nobody told them to get their lives together. But it's always them that turn around and say, oh, but you know, she wanted to be a man and she wanted to be this and she was too aggressive. My nigga, if you didn't put a woman in these positions, she wouldn't be in them. If you didn't put her in these positions, she wouldn't be in them. She couldn't buck fly at you and tell you all the shit she do for you if she wasn't doing it for you. Financially, a woman is never going to buck fly and be like, oh, I cook for this nigga. But if she give you money, oh, fuck yeah, she will. She ain't going to be like, oh, I took it as that. No, but if she gave you money, you damn right, she going to disrespect the shit out of you. Why would she? Shit, you disrespect yourself. You know it's a shame and a disgrace you asking her up for money in the first damn place. Hey, DC, how you doing, boo? I see, DC, you said you was changing your platform. Okay, we excited about it. I think that's a good idea. Age appropriateness. I think it's a great idea. I saw it when you wrote it. Side note, personal conversation. Hey, TX, how are you doing? Let me get past the mute comments. She like, she on mute. Yeah. Child, I was on mute the whole time. Thank you, Kitty. I'm about to go work out and sweat it out, child. But I did it. When did I do this? Friday? I did it on Friday. So this is 3-day all hair. Hey, Purple Lioness. Hey, Gabrielle. How are you? Hey, Feminine Melanin. Hey, how are you? Oh, I could play the background. Just have to unmute myself, child. I gotta figure that shit out. She said yes. Please make a more in-depth video. Listen, Friday, was it Friday? Friday, I literally was just sitting there. Literally, I wasn't even home. Y'all can tell I wasn't even home. I was literally sitting there just like, this shit don't make no damn sense. And I just had to make a little 3-minute video. But I think today at 6 o'clock, I think we're gonna go for a more in-depth video because we need to chop some shit up and diagnose some shit because I don't understand. I don't understand. Okay. My eye is like, it's like something's in my eye, so you know, I'm blinking. Ignore it. It's like I feel like I got a lash in my eye or something. I don't know. Feminine said, I had this conversation on Facebook when I was showed this ish. Like, what? LOL. First off, is cap. He ain't had nothing arranged. It's whole cap. He ain't have nothing arranged. I don't care. And the fact that he listed out the prices, he was doing a hard Google search. Please. The delusion of it all. Again, everybody think they are a manipulator. That's the problem. Everybody wants to be a manipulator instead of just, being a decent dude. Any man that's trying to get over, this is the get overs of the world. They need to get over. She said, Kitty said, my father was a pimp and he told me since I was 8 not to give these niggas money up until the day he died. Facts. Don't give these niggas no money. You crazy? You crazy? The gaslight of it all. Like, because he was going to potentially do something for me. But, he took it away because I didn't want because I didn't want to give him $100. He's spending all of this money on you because he care about you, right? But you didn't want to give him $100, so he said F you. Think about that. Let's think about that. And let's not be delusional. Nikki said he was lying. Nikki said he a liar. Hey, Paul, how are you, boo? She said, I told y'all I left mine, but one of the major reasons being asking for money too often. If you do what you gotta do, you ain't gotta keep asking. And that's another thing. Y'all know I got divorced. One of my major reasons, I say it's a lot of reasons I got divorced. But it all boils down to, in my opinion, money. It all boiled down to money. All the other issues stemmed from a nigga not feeling secure in his providability. That's not even a word, but we going with it. We going with it today. A nigga not feeling secure in his providability. And that's just the reality of it. And again, and that's what annoys me a lot. Because the reality of how it would turn out when a woman is giving you money and how it would make, these men feel inferior. And that's when they out here trying to do things so they can feel more like a man because they feel like a bitch because the bitch is taking care of them. So they are kind of a bitch, But if you actually manned up and did what you had to do, half of the shit you complained about, you wouldn't even go through. Half of the shit you want to complain about as a man, you wouldn't even go through. You wouldn't have a woman wanting to buck up on you if you was a man who could provide, because you wouldn't be with a woman just because she could provide. You would actually be with somebody that you wanted to be with somebody that you could provide for. If you providing for her, she bucks a lot less. Trust me. She said ziplining at 125 nowhere. He making it up as he went along. He was just Googling shit. He was Googling it. While he was writing it, he had the whole other screen up Googling it. She said, say no to Dusty Struggle said, these dudes want to be women so bad now these days. These dudes are disgusting. We need to talk about that. Because in my opinion, that is, everybody want to talk. That is one of the real big issues in our society, for our culture. Like, not comprehending that as a man, everybody got their parts. Everybody got their role. You can't complain to a woman about doing her part and her fucking role when the majority of the time we doing these parts anyway. We still cooking, we still cleaning, we still taking care of the kids, we still trying to respect you even when you don't deserve it. Can you imagine how easier it would be to respect you if you actually deserved it? If you actually went to work every day and paid bills? If you was actually the nigga she could count on to be like, my man got me and he got you, not the other way around? I gotta be financial support? I can't be financial. A woman cannot be financial support, emotional support. You want too much. And then you wonder why we angry and mad. We tired. Too much shit to do. I just want to be a girl. Yeah, now he berating her because she said no. He berating himself. And the delusion of it is he think he in the right. The delusion of listen. You got to pay attention to the people who make the dumbass comments on these videos. The fools who think this shit makes sense. And they again, they're gonna be wondering why this shit turn out the way it's turning out. Why their lives is the way it is. Sorry, y'all know my eye. I feel like I got one of these damn lashes in it. This some manosphere. Yeah. This is hard manosphere. This is 100% manosphere. It's bullshit, and it is trying to gaslight and manipulate. It's trying to gaslight and manipulate women to, I can give him some money. It'll be okay. I could give this dude some money. Give him some more money. Like you want, it's like it's unnatural. You want a woman to financially provide for you and still respect you like you are a man who financially provides. It's asinine of them. How the hell does that work? A walking contradiction. He said, why he testing? Because he don't have nothing. It's a test now. He needed that $100. Now it made him feel as insecure, as inferior, and it made him feel insecure because she was like, no. And in his mind, he felt like, no, because nigga, you should have money. So now he trying to back up like, I do got money. I did all of this. I didn't really need the 100. I just did that. It's bullshit. We know that. We know it's bullshit. It's bullshit. He needed that money. He needed to go get something to eat. He ain't had no money. He needed gas and shit. The man in him, and this is what's crazy, because I thoroughly believe that even in the back of their fucking minds, they know that shit is fucking crazy. They know it's stupid. That's why they want to come up with a million excuses on why they get to be bums, because they know it's anti adult man. It's anti any of that shit. Where does it make sense? Not only is it cap, but she's asking questions because you don't do enough for her to understand why you're asking her for $100. That's all that was. Yeah. Also, like I said, that's not his girlfriend. That's not his, anything. It's a woman I've been talking to. So some random chick, you send a good morning text every once in a forever. When you sending out the other 10 fucking good morning texts. You think because she got a good job, or you think she got a nice car, you seen her apartment, you think her apartment is nice, so you want to try to ask her for money. That's why I keep telling y'all, stop telling these niggas what you doing, what you got. Stop telling these niggas what you doing, what you got. I tell you real quick. I lie, say I'm a secretary in a minute. Stop telling these niggas what you doing, what you got, because they looking for a come up. If a guy start asking you what you do and start digging, no. He's trying to see what he can get out of you. He said they only knew each other for 2 months, but he won $100 from me. Paul said, personally, asking a lady for money is a role reversal. The man should always pay. It's not hard if you love her. That's what I'm saying. It's a role reversal. But then they get mad. They get mad when she starts behaving more masculine. You've created the situation where you've put her in that role. God damn it. Hold on, sorry y'all. You've put her in that role. You put me in a role like that, and then you confuse what the fuck am I supposed to do? You begging, you in debt to me, nigga. What the fuck I'm supposed to do? But you mad, here you roar about what? I have to pay these bills. I have to break my back. Can you imagine? I gotta deal with I gotta deal with an asshole boss. That I gotta come home and deal with your ass. I gotta treat you like big, strong fucking king when I gotta pay half of these bills in here anyway. I do more than you. I gotta take care of the kids. I gotta cook. I gotta clean. Because regardless of whatever fuck bullshit they talking about, you gonna have to do most of that shit. And I gotta pay half the rent. We're losing. That's a loss. And you begging me for money on the side? Y'all got me whole fucked up. That's another thing. You got it like that for a trip. Why you need $100? That's probably what it is. My eye the pollen, and I feel like I took my contact out like 3 times, so nothing is really on it. I just feel like something is on it. These men are out here calling manipulation testing. He was definitely testing the waters to see how much abuse he can gradually introduce. Very true. He was testing to see how much shit he can get out of her. Again, he want to know how much shit he can get out of her. But we're fucked up, horrible gold diggers. Yeah. Most gold digging ass motherfuckers I've been able to see for a very long time. A lot of these black men. But that's neither here nor there. But okay. And no, you're the guy not supposed to ask when you're going to give the money back when you're planning a surprise vacation for her. LOL. You act like y'all made this plan based off a 50-50 deal. 50-50 niggas. 50-50 mentality. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. Only men who can't afford it want to do 50-50. Every other man want to be able to say, oh, I take care of my household. I take care of my family. These 50-50 broke ass niggas. Because they can't afford to. He said, either you like the girl or not, save the game and test because it's whack. She said none of it made sense to her. She said, side note, maybe she was concerned about it all was well with you since you had to ask for $100 and or whatever answer you gave might have sounded foolish. Now he talking about he dating her, but he need to beg her for $100. That's another thing. Can you afford to date me? I ask people that all the time. Can you afford to date me? That's a real fucking question. People don't understand, but like for real. Like how you start this shit is how it's gonna be. Like he out here begging. They 2 months into this shit, and he out here thinking he gonna be begging her for $100. How do we get here? How do we get here? How do we get here? Maybe he think he boinked her enough that she's dick whipped enough to start giving him money or some shit. Y'all ran in here, didn't hit that like button. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and follow me on my other social media platforms. I'm Jovi Beauty. I'm Jovi Beauty on all platforms. So please follow, please subscribe. What time is it? Okay, we got time. So hold on. I'm gonna drop the link just in case, but we're gonna keep going. Hold on. And like I said, we will be back today at 6 o'clock, child, to go in depth deeper into this whole fucking Storm and Ron, Tasha K, and Armand Wiggins situation. Because, did you have to let Armand know he was right? Just nigga. Did you have to prove, like, wow. Like, you kind of took away all let's talk about it later. No, fuck it. Let me say. He kind of took away all of his, like, yeah, okay, it takes a lot to, we have to get up and create this content, right? That's a hard shit to get up and he's good at that. He get up and make his fucking content. But the other part, Tasha just gave to you. I wish I had somebody just post my shit to fucking damn near 1 million fucking subscribers. All my shit. For the sake of shits and just all my shit. We'll talk about it later. Cause I'ma just get distracted. Okay. Ooh. These are the men who ask you for submission. Peep game. Because the men who take care of things and do things, they get submission, don't even have to ask it. They don't ask for submission because they get it automatically. Because they show up as men. Peep game. When you show up as a man, I ain't got no choice but to respect you. A woman ain't got no choice but to be like, it's in our nature to respect a man who shows up as that. You show up as a bitch made nigga. You show up as, a boy in a man's body, you get treated like a boy. Sorry, y'all. Hold on, I gotta, hold on. 1 second. Hold on, I gotta check my eye. Yeah. Like, why is he testing her to question that? Doesn't the men who say you won't let them lead? These are the men that say we won't let them lead. Girl, yeah, exactly. Those are the men that say we won't let them lead, but they don't do anything to put them. But those are the type of men who don't do anything to put themselves in a position to lead. They just want to be handed. They just want to be handed control and power, or authority. Just want to be handed it without actually doing anything to earn it. Real men, okay? They earn it. They earn it by what they do every day. A man doesn't sit there and just expects shit when he has done nothing. Okay? A real man gets up and earn that shit every day. He put in work. Whether it's in work, in life, in his relationship, in whatever. He puts in work. It ain't just expected. You just expect because you're born a male, you want to lead. Nah. You want to be compared to white men. Fuck. If we're going to be compared to white men out here destroying worlds and shit to make sure that they lead they culture in the right direction. If you want to be compared, they out here lynching N-words when you messing, when you do wrong by theirs. You're not the same. If you were, then we wouldn't be even having this conversation. They only do that to see if they can get money out of you. You will not get what you want in return. They know that. They just dangle the carrot in front of your face. They're full of BS. Yes, they are. A man's job is to protect and provide for his partner and for anyone else he decides to bring into the world. Trip. My ass. You taking home on a trip, please. I'm not being with no man who asking me for money. At all. I don't even like men who are like too comfortable with like me doing things for them. If it's not like, don't be comfortable. Hey Jovi, could you believe that guy was shaming that woman about her lifestyle, but it wasn't a problem when he asked her to go on a trip with him, please? She said, I don't give no grown man money. You can be homeless. She said, this IG influencer says she would pay all the bills and lie and say her man did. She said she was disgusted with herself for doing that. She should be disgusted with herself for doing that. She should be. But again, like, we see a lot of them IG models do that shit. They think it's proving something. It's proving that you're stupid. The fact that you gotta lie. The fact that you have to lie and say that this man, that means he knows, you know, and everybody know that it's effed up and he shouldn't be doing it in the first place. Oh my God, Jada, is that you? I did not realize this was you the whole damn time. Hello? Girl, yes, you know I did not realize that was you.
It's been so long. Oh my goodness. How are you doing, honey?
I'm good besides this lash in my eye. I'm good.
Oh, poor baby. Okay, so listen. I had to come up here because I seen it. It was sent to me. It was asked for me to talk about it. And I was just confused on what's going on with the mindset of some of the women who were responding as well as some of the men who were responding. So I'm going to tell you some of the rounded things that I heard towards what I said against the post.
Okay.
Some of the women were saying, well, even if it ain't $150 to go lining, it's still like $150 together. That's a lot of money. I was like, are you still focused on how much money is being spent? Hello, are you okay? Let's just skip past that part, honey. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so it should a man be asking you for money that is not, let's just say this, actively your man.
Yeah,
So
or even you're right, even actively your man. Not
right,
even just actively your man. Like, are you're not even we don't even have anything locked down, but you here begging me for money.
right. That makes no sense. Now, I know someone in the chat, a young man in your chat just now, or I should say a couple of minutes ago, he mentioned about women asking for money. Why are women asking for money anyway? The
Because we're
thing
women.
is that not only are we women, but the men are the providers.
Yeah. That mentality is why the mentality coming out of him is why our why our culture is the way it is right now.
Yeah, it's like these
These
type
men
of
are dumb.
arguments are only these type of arguments, these type of games, these type of tests are usually not given in, and I hate to say this, other communities. And I'm gonna
Just the
even say
truth.
in the communities of black men that ain't playing these type of games. But
Yeah,
for
they would
some
never.
reason,
They would
they would
never.
never. Okay?
It's
Black men in
always
certain
the
type of
struggle.
communities
It's the
would never.
struggle bunnies. It's never men who have it. It's these struggle bunnies who lying and
Okay. So I am flabbergasted at the man that's like, yeah, he should have dropped her. Like, I would guess that if he had all of this plan, all this money he was about to spend on homegirl, right? Enough to where he was so mad he canceled and didn't take another chick. So she must have been important because he didn't want to take nobody else. Then here comes the reality checker, y'all. Y'all ready for this? It sounds like he lost out on one heck of a woman.
there you go.
Because if he was willing to do all of that, but he was foolish enough to say, because she asked him, first of all, nowadays you got to ask questions. I don't know. I don't know. I used to not ask questions, but nowadays I've learned, let me ask the question. What you need it for? I don't need the full detail, but I'm gonna need a bit of an answer. I need an insight to where my money is about to go because guaranteed, majority of the time nowadays, men are asking questions. Let's not act like all of the men are still the way they used to be.
No, they want to know what you need the money for.
Right. They're asking the question. So what is wrong with a woman of all people in the sexual realm? What's wrong with a woman asking why? And what is wrong with the woman asking when she gonna get it back? See, we don't know the background. Do she have kids?
There you go.
Do she have business to handle? He like, I got business to handle. Do she got business to handle? So what is wrong with her asking you what you need it for? Okay, cool. When can I get it back? Because it sounded like she wasn't against giving it to you. She just want to know and
She want to
secure
know.
her
Yeah.
money back. She got stuff to do.
Yep. And she
So what's
earned
wrong with
that.
that?
Yeah.
There should be nothing wrong. She's not the provider position.
Yeah. But again, like you said, they want to be they want to put you certain men want to put you in a provider position, but then be confused.
Okay? Because I'm like, how many men are scheduling all of that and ain't gonna take nobody?
It ain't gonna take, yeah. Like you scheduling all of this, but
Even
you
if
ain't
they
gonna
gotta
take
call
me.
the baddest bee they know and be like, "Well, I bet you I'll take her," and I'm gonna get some booty probably. So let me see if I can entice her for this. What he at? Almost $800. Let me entice her to the mountains. He just canceled it all, y'all. I don't believe that. That's all cap. You know how many times I've heard men say stuff like that to other
Yeah,
people?
it's bullshit. It's always bullshit. Oh, I was gonna do this and I was gonna take you out, but you play these games, or but it's bullshit manipulation and the gaslight of it all.
The gaslighting. I'm gonna tell y'all something that just happened. Dang, I can't even turn on my camera. Okay, so I'm gonna tell y'all something that just happened this weekend. Friend of mine was dating an African once again, and he was like, "No, it's not about a green card. It's not about this, that, and the third. I truly, really love you. It's just that I haven't gotten a ring yet. That's why I haven't proposed." Now, mind you, I met him and he was talking to another chick with the same game. That's why I alerted her, like, hey, same guy used to talk to another chick that I know, and I'm like, so you may want to, tread lightly, but she all in love and he ain't spending no real money. And when I say no real money, I mean $5 on McDonald's. That's all
Oh,
you've gotten out of
Good look
these
out for
months.
you.
you get
Right.
she got
And you
McDonald's.
everything.
God damn.
$5 at McDonald's. He didn't even buy himself nothing. He just bought her a meal, brought it on over,
And you
and
know
she was
what's so
excited.
crazy? Normally, them Africans give you money before you even meet them.
They
I've
give
had,
you money
Yeah.
now. I used to date a soccer player, so yeah.
yeah, they will
What's going
send
on
you
here?
bread.
Okay. I was like, he must be broker than broke. So I said, okay, well then if it only takes a ring, I gave her a ring. And I said, just go to him and say, well, baby, here's a ring. We can get married now. This just happened this weekend, y'all. Homeboy was like, oh, oh, I got so many other things to do. I was like, I don't need a
Wow.
wedding. And then she got mad at me because she like, you pressured the situation. No, I needed you to wake up.
Wake up. Yeah. Like,
Wake
let's stop
up.
being stupid. Could we please stop
Right.
being dumb? God
Like, I
damn.
know we over
You know
40
what?
now, but there's no excuse to be that desperate for a man.
No, the fact that we're
But
over 40
they're
should make.
using
Go
they're
ahead.
using I'm sorry, y'all. They're using dusty tactics to
Yes.
bait us into dating them. Like, oh, I need to test you. I don't like this whole testing thing. I don't know where that came from. I've never even heard of that. I need to test to see if you about a woman who's about my money. I think that's crazy. I just had my little boot thing just hit me up because he was like, Bree, where are you sleeping? Because y'all know I'm about to be moving from DC to Texas. And
Okay.
yeah,
Yes.
promotion, ow. But
Promotion.
but he was like, I don't feel comfortable. I said, why do you keep asking me where I'm gonna stay? So he sent me some money. He was just like, I don't feel comfortable with you staying somewhere and you don't have no furniture. And I was like, okay. I was gonna get the hotel on my own through my company, but I'm definitely gonna take his money and go through what it do. Like, yep, see, this is the
Okay.
place. Because people just they will settle for bottom of the barrel and not understand there's men out here that will wine and dine you and treat
Yes.
you like a life of luxury and make it easy for you. The only thing you have to do is show up.
Show up.
Just
That's all
show
I
up and
gotta
do your
do,
thing
bitch.
as a
Show
woman. Oh
up.
my goodness. Like I tried to tell her about the little African guy. I'm like, listen, I know, like you said, Joby and Couture, African men will pay out. But African men are starting to catch on. Okay? They're catching on that the black sisters in America will fall for just about anything and just want somebody in the house. So
Yes.
now they're trying to pull some of the same games. Oh my
And
goodness.
but that says more about us.
It does.
That
It
says more
do. We
about
gotta
us than
raise the
them. Like,
standard.
cause they just know that we so pathetic for the most part that you just will take anything. Like, damn, over in my culture, I have to provide for a black woman. Over here, I don't.
Well,
She'll provide for me.
there is this guy. He's a content creator. He normally does money talk. But he did a video on the Cam Newton situation,
Uh
and he
huh.
was saying, he likes to do an introspective, deep dive into what it is. He said the problem is Cam wasn't. His parents aren't who he looked up to for as a relationship. He's just saying that. He said because if you check his track record from back in the gap, he's always like fast women. You know what I'm saying? And he said it's just easier to put out this facade, but the problem is look at the households he's created. He was like, it's going to be hard for someone to want to take on both of his baby mothers with their past track record. And I said, you know what? I didn't even think about it that way. And so while he's out here saying he wants a woman who's this good girl, that's not true. He wants women he can have some type of control over to a certain point, because they know what they bring to the table and what they want. And they use this marriage thing as this, oh, dangle it in front of you. Oh, you can be my girl. And this is why I always tell women to go date the best. Go date the best.
Okay.
Yep.
For you.
The best you can get, bitch. Go get them.
The best you can get. And even then, because I know people be like, why women always want to get better? Because if you know you deserve better,
get it,
and you working like you deserve better, then go get better.
Listen, these men out here think they deserve shit they don't even deserve. These tools out here think they deserve tens and shit.
Well, they don't,
and they don't have nothing.
My dad always said, men don't settle.
These tools for $20
men don't settle. Women do.
That feel like they deserve.
Exactly, and that's my point. They don't have nothing, and they have all these standards and tell us what they deserve. Oh no, I will tell you what I deserve. I think Couture fell off.
Yeah, I think she fell off by mistake. But yeah, I don't get it, and I know men. Okay, so wait. Let me backtrack to something.
Wait, hold on 1 second. Panda. Hold on, wait. Panda, thank you so much for your donation. It's thoroughly appreciated. All donations are greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. Panda said, I've met guys that ask not because they don't have it, but because they believe the woman should contribute. Like, sir, if you want a stay-at-home wife, pay for it. Yeah.
Oh my. Okay, so look. Hey, Lindika, baby. Okay, so listen. Last week I was on this panel in the Manosphere area, y'all. Lord have mercy. So I'm over there, and this chick was trying to convince me, y'all, that 20% of women are worth, 20% of Black women are worth dating, while 80% of Black men are worth dating.
I was
crazy? Like, prove it to me. Show me the statistics, honey. Show me this, because first of all, are we talking about men in prison too deserve? Who are they providing for? What are they doing? Are we talking about the gay men too? Because Black women aren't dating a bunch of gay men. So what 80% of men are you talking about? And she's like, no, men are complaining because they have to date with the 80% bottom chicks, while 80% of the men can only find 20% good women.
The delusion of it all. Like, where does she see this? In what world? In what world does she live in?
Got friends that act a certain way, but then also she did express in a previous video with us that she was kind of like that a bit too. But nonetheless, then you are part of that 20% bottom feeder of women. That's what that comes from. And so now, you looking to seem like you're better than your best friends. Now, birds of a feather flock together, honey. So I don't know where it came from, but she's a sweetheart.
That's that mentality.
I couldn't even clown her too hard because she's a sweetheart, and I'm like, she's just trying to fit in.
Just trying to throw other people. She's a pick-me. Just trying to throw other Black women under the bus, so she'd be like, "Hey, I'm better than them. I'm a part of this." No, you're not. You're not. But okay.
No.
But okay.
That ain't the way it goes.
80% of Black men are worth dating. I hear that.
80% of Black men are worth dating, while only 20% of Black women are worth dating. Now, don't get me wrong. I know some of the women ain't doing what they supposed to do, but they just happen to speak louder than the best women that are out here. And the men that look for good women are not actually looking for good women. They looking for bad bees.
There we go.
So
they want to judge women based off of their preference of whores.
Right. So y'all are choosing these. Like, it was a guy who said, if men could have virgins, they would marry them, yada, yada, yada. But then in the same breath,
ain't no man want no virgin.
But wait, here, that's what another lady said. But, hey, if they want them, I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. I don't feel like they better than me. But here's the thing to that question, or here's the thing to that thought. I said, so have you been with the virgin and married her? And he was like, no. And I was like, well, have you been with virgins? He was like, yeah, I've had plenty of virgins, but you didn't marry none of them.
So you just destroyed her, tainted
Yeah,
her,
you just
destroyed her.
destroying virgins. You going around talking about how the value of her exceeds other women because she's a virgin, but you smashed her and left her a
High
non-virgin
and
just
dry.
because.
Yep.
Okay,
You
and
made
married
her.
Kennedy's virgin.
You turned her right into the women you be talking about.
Exactly, the same women you don't like, which is funny to me. So I think people have to get it correct in their minds about what's really going on and stop trying to have this played villain superhero complex where they good and bad at the same time. It is embarrassing to me the
It is
things
embarrassing.
that come up. Like men say, I want a good woman, I want a good woman, I want a good woman, and women just don't want to settle. Okay, so are you saying that you would be the settling type? Because if I gave you a good woman, would you take her even though she's big? Because y'all keep talking these Kevin Samuel points.
That's
So
true.
would you
Would you
take a good
take
woman?
her if she wasn't a 10? Would you
Okay,
take her if
yes,
she
yes.
didn't know how to put herself together?
Okay. Because that's basically what you want us to do. You want us to settle for the stuff that we need, which is a provider.
You want us to settle
Wow.
for a nigga who won't have shit, or a nigga we
Right.
gotta help, not fuck a 50-50, a nigga that we gotta give 70%.
That's crazy. Oh, wait. Yella said, I'll answer the topic with a question. Why do women brag about getting the bag if men can't share it with you? Same reason that men seem to be bragging about the bag but still want you to go 50-50, I guess. I mean, women can talk
And
about getting
when
money
women talk
any
about
given
getting
time.
money, I say all the time, I personally think we need to, when we talk about stuff like that, we need to talk amongst ourselves. And
Exactly.
I'm not necessarily a type of woman that will talk about what I have like that with a man, because that's not my value. My value ain't, as a woman, is not tied up into what the fuck I got in the bank.
Okay. And that's why I can't stand when a man asks me something, but it's never the man that I'm dating. It's always usually on a panel of some
It's
discussion.
never a man that you dating, because men that we
It's
dating
never the
know
man that
better.
I'm dating.
It would
Nope.
never even go that far.
The type of man that I date don't never even care. They might inquire like 2-3 months later, because it's like, oh, your house is nice and this, that, and the third. Oh, I see you took a trip to such and such, before I dated them. Then it becomes, so what do you do for a living?
Yeah,
Because
they
the whole
don't
time he
care.
thinking he had to take care of me. So he now is interested in where my brain is, but he's still not asking, so how much you make or whatever. He just want to
Yeah,
know,
he just want to
well,
know. Like,
he just
okay,
inquiring. He probably just want to make sure that it ain't no
that
other
another nigga paying the
dude.
bills. That's all it is. Cause I swear to God, men who got money don't give a shit. They fund
No,
the whole shit. They just want to,
they
like you
don't
said,
care
they
at
just want to make
all.
sure. They just want to say, okay, well, you got money. It's just like it's just another, not another nigga taking care of you. Cause then they'll be like, well,
Right.
I can do it. I'll take care of you, baby. What you
Yeah,
need?
that's all they want to know. And for those who would think like, well, men settle all the time,
No,
I
they
have
really
been
don't.
holding my tongue. I
They
have been
do not
holding my
settle.
tongue on that one. No, because they don't settle. Because if they settle, they all would mostly have some good women. Because there are
Yeah.
good women who ain't bad bees that are out here looking for good men.
Yeah. They leave
So
good
if
women
y'all
every
really
day
did,
to go to bad bitches who ain't shit.
and you hear them all the time talking about it. Like, well, I got money, so I should have this, that, and the third. And let's not forget that some of y'all cheat on these same good women that y'all swear that y'all want, and then you get them. And you cheat on them. But nonetheless, let's just take all of that out. Because women, I could always say women do the same thing. They ask for good men, they get them, and then they don't do right by them. So this is a thing that happens back and forth. I'm not biased to the thought. But here's where the issue is for me when men say, men settle all the time. Fellas, majority of y'all that y'all feel like y'all selling for, trust and believe that most of those women feel like they settled for you too.
There you go.
Because a
There
lot
you
of y'all
go.
are not in the provider sense. Now there are some men who make at least
Too
75K.
many of them are not in a provider sense, and they thinking
Yeah, they're not in the provider
every
sense.
woman who is with a man who is not able to provide is settling.
It's settling. That is a fact. The moment she 50-50, she definitely
The
settled.
moment you 50-50 it up, you settling, ma'am.
You
Gonna break
settled.
your back
The moment that she met you and gave you the cookie,
for
first, second,
nothing.
third dates over dinner, she settled. Okay, so women are definitely settling. You guys don't even have a close hierarchy going on when it comes to the provider stance on the statistics. I can run them down to you. Black men are not at the very bottom, but they're in second place amongst 7 other races.
Who's below them?
The people who are below them are what are those people?
Native American?
Yeah, they're the Native American, but they're not necessarily. I don't like to call them Native American. What are
But
those people
you
called?
know what I mean. I don't want to say Native American. I don't know the
Yeah,
proper term
yeah,
to term them. But based off of
right.
our generation, it would be
Yes.
considered a Native American.
Okay, and that's because they technically don't have to
They don't.
really work. They are provided absolute benefits from the government every time you turn around. So majority of them don't have to work into the workforce.
Yeah, and a lot of them
So
have a
if
lot
it
of other
wasn't
shit
for
going
that,
on. Yeah,
if it wasn't for that, they'd be earning above you as well.
as well.
So y'all crying about stuff where y'all not working hard enough.
Enough. I was just talking
And
about
yeah,
it
you
with.
working. I appreciate you working, but you could be not that you got to do extremely more work or harder work or
They
get
want
another
they
job, but can you get a promotion? Can you get on your job and do what it takes to get a promotion and try and move up? Can you get recognized
Bro,
so
they
that
don't
you
want
can
to
make
do
more money?
that. They don't want to do that. Bro, they don't listen. I was having a conversation with the guy I'm talking to. You know, I told you he's a plumber. And he was talking about all the jobs they have out here and how like you never see like he's one of the only black people a lot of the times. And it's
Yeah.
like, but the reality is these things are out here, but where are these dudes applying? Are these black men
Okay.
applying for those jobs? No. You trying to get over. You want to be you want to deliver food on Postmates and Uber Eats and shit. You want to make tips when you could be making $30, $40, $50 an hour. You want to try and get over. It's the get over of it all. It's the black man wanting to get over.
Get over.
Cause
And
it's
that's really what it comes
you
down to. I
how
get
how
some of the
many
point
men
of
do
the
we
black man.
know?
I get some of their arguments. Trust me, because I see these women, and these are the women that we definitely talk about, Joby. So it's not that we don't understand that there are women who are a certain way, but when we start looking at the male side,
But those are
fellas,
the women that they go after.
right? That's what I was about to say. These are the women that y'all go for.
I'm
So
not
y'all
telling you
talking about
the dirt
us
bags. I
blaming,
avoid the
but
dirt
y'all gotta
bags.
take accountability for who you choosing.
Who you choosing? There you go.
Oh, you having babies with the same dudes they be talking about they don't want to be a stepfather, got kids, wanting women to be stepmothers.
Yep.
Amazes me. Look, and then still can't provide. Ain't that a blunt? Still can't provide. So we got to get realistic with this. And, don't get me wrong. I do believe in women submitting. I do.
Yes.
I don't think it's a dirty word.
I don't think it's a dirty word either.
Submitting.
But again, a woman cannot submit unless you stand in your manhood. You cannot submit to weakness. Because if you submit to weakness, your whole household will fucking fall. You will suffer. Your children will suffer. You have to have a man that can stand. If he can't stand, the fuck is you submit? You can't submit to a man who can't stand, or else you're gonna be homeless. He's not gonna pay the rent. You're not gonna have no food. Your kids won't have there will be no stability, no security. Your kids won't be able to go to college. Your kids won't be able to freaking play freaking basketball if they wanted to, because this nigga can't afford shit because you have allowed a trash ass nigga to run your household.
Yeah. And that's just not interesting enough. And then for the men who are feeling like, well, y'all done raise these daughters that act like this and they're no good. Well, if she saw a man in the house
There we go.
that she could see her mother bending to, this wouldn't be a problem.
This wouldn't be a problem.
Because
This
there are a
wouldn't be a
lot of
problem.
females that don't know how to deal with men because they haven't really
They never
had
seen
one.
it.
Yeah, that they had to submit to as a child.
Yeah.
So they don't know what submitting is like as an adult.
To a man? Yeah, they didn't have no dad. They didn't have no man they had to answer to.
And before y'all say the government helped us push out black men, no, y'all pushed yourselves out. Just because here's the thing. Y'all keep talking about the system that said women would get this money and this help as long as just her and her kids in the house.
But guess what?
You know why that makes sense though? Because if there is a man in the house, he should be the one providing.
There you
so
go.
No, they don't want y'all men to come hovering over these women who got these children and y'all ain't helping taking care of them.
There you go.
So yeah, it makes sense. If I was helping somebody and they needed some help with their house stuff and kids, you think I'ma still help them if a man is in the house?
Nope. Not at all.
And if you
I'm not
feel
helping.
like, well, black men just wasn't able to do enough, well, guess what? You should have been doing enough.
There
You should
was
have
black
figured
men
out
who
how
did
to
enough.
do more.
I know many black men who lived through the 70s and shit and had wives and families and did what they had to do. It's the same shit from now. You're going to make an excuse or you're going to do what you got to do.
Okay. I got grandparents from the 1920s
Exactly.
that had more than 10 kids that still made it all work.
Exactly.
Wife didn't have to work not a lick. Now,
Not
did
a
some
lick.
of them towards the 40s start doing at-home things like
Yup.
hair,
Cook
Tupperware,
a little, sell a
all of
little
that.
something, sell a little, do a
All
little,
of
do a
that.
little this, do a little that. But the man
Okay.
took care of things and provided.
That's right.
It wouldn't have been
So-
she's on government assistance and they had to put you out. If she wasn't on government assistance, if you was there taking care of your fucking family.
Right. You got to take care of your family. Now, are there some that just leak the system to leak the system? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are. There's some that just leak the system. I know people, and I don't know them closely, but I know of them. I know of people who will have a kid and then in 2 years have another one because they got to keep the money rolling. And I get it. And then once they hit that cap, they stop having kids because that's as much money as they can get at that point. But I am one of them women who feel like she wouldn't have to do all of that if she was raised in a house that did not show that type of surplus action going on.
Yeah. I believe that 100%.
She had to learn that low-hanging fruit survival mentality from somewhere.
Uh-huh.
And I'm pretty sure somewhere in there was a man who left the home.
Yep. I was
fellas.
like the example I gave like last week, just talking about my brother. Don't want to get too much into the shit, but just talking
Hold on
about
one second.
him.
Yella, can you hit the link, honey? Go ahead.
How that conversation went with him saying, even though he in the streets and all of this shit, he ain't asking no woman for money and doing none of this shit. But he on the phone arguing with this girl, and in my head, and I said the shit to him. I turned around and I said, I whispered to him, she ain't had no daddy.
Okay.
I'm like, she ain't got no daddy. So like, you trying to explain this shit, even in his, his most ghetto ways, my brother little ghetto, but like, you trying to explain this shit to a woman who ain't never had to answer to no man, who never had no daddy, who ain't never had to answer to no man, who don't understand nothing that you talking about right now. She out of whole pocket. As soon as you pick up the phone, she whole out of pocket. Yeah,
she gonna be her mama's man. Truth be told,
there you go, out whole pocket, and I'm sitting there like, wow, this is a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, you judge your brother and shit, but I'm like, oh damn, this is a lot. Like, this is how you give it up. This is why you ain't got no nigga. This is why y'all ain't married. This is why, because she ain't grow up with it. She don't know.
Yeah, what you don't know will not, you know what I'm saying? It's not going to come into fruition. And even if they get to a point where they know they've been living a life so long This is what they know. This
Yeah.
has now become comfortable for them because they done learned how they got to play their game. So this is
Yeah.
now comfortable for them. No matter how many struggles and issues and drama comes with it, they used to it.
Yeah.
So Yella,
Yeah.
if you can hit the link, because I don't mind, and I'm pretty sure Jovi don't mind. So excuse me, this is her channel. But she drops the link, so you can feel free to come up. We are not man bashers. We are not black men bashers. That's not really what we do. We hold discussions, and we are very biased because you said y'all not trying to be like the women from the past either, so you don't really get the argument. You're talking about the bottom feeding women that are low hanging fruit. There are women who want to submit to men, but you gotta be men.
You
That's
gotta be
all it
men.
is.
It's
You
excuses for
gotta be
them.
men. Don't play the games. Don't sit up there and be trying to get booty, 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 and then as soon as you realize she about to move on, or it seems like somebody else trying to holler at her, you want to lock her down so you can continue to get booty, booty, booty while you still getting booty, booty, booty
Trying to get
somewhere else.
over. Yup.
You ain't providing, you ain't giving her a reason to submit to you. And don't get me wrong, a woman should be able to naturally submit. And so she should choose men
I
she can
choose men.
submit
I'm
to.
natural. I'm a natural submitting woman. I
Right.
choose men who, hold on, I'll put them up here right now. Who, well, I don't even date other type of dudes. It wouldn't even get that far. It wouldn't
Yeah.
even get that far. Hold on, I'm about to
Nope.
pull him up.
Okay.
Hello.
Hey, hun, how are you? Hello?
Hello, Yella. Y'all turn your mic on. I guess not. Hello.
Maybe,
I don't
was
know.
he back there for a hot minute? Maybe he stepped away for a
No,
second.
he literally just came here. He
Oh, okay.
literally
Now,
just
can y'all
popped
hear me?
up. Okay, go
Yeah.
ahead.
I don't know. All right, so can y'all hear me? I was trying to make sure y'all can hear
Yeah,
me.
yeah, we can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you, hun. How are you?
I'm good. Good. I'm good. Good afternoon, ladies. How y'all doing today?
You're doing great.
Afternoon. Okay, so let's hear your points, hun, because
You know,
again,
I try to be a
hello.
little
Hey,
respectful before
when
we
you
get
talk
all
to
into
us,
the
just
back
know
and
we're
forth
not
stuff.
men
You know what I'm
haters.
saying?
You say who?
Hello?
Can you guys
Hello?
hear him?
I know I can't hear him. I would hear him before everybody would hear him. Right? I think.
That's what I figured. Okay, so
All right.
I
Hold
think
on,
you
can y'all
might
hear me?
need to go back.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
wait, I heard you now.
Yeah, I hit a dead spot. Yeah, I hit a dead spot in my house. My bad.
Okay.
Okay, no
But no,
problem.
I was no, if we could just go to the point like that I was trying to make about women not being the same women of the past, like that's that's kind of the issue that we having, right? I think that's the disconnect because women want men to do traditional stuff, but y'all really don't want to abide by the traditional rules, and I think
Okay,
that's
so
where
then,
the
oh,
disconnect comes.
sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead, no, go
Okay,
ahead.
so here's my question then, handsome. Since the men lead and the women have gotten out of order, wouldn't that usually be because the men have fallen out of order? Because men stopped being the traditional ways that they were definitely when the 70s came in.
No, I get what you're saying, and I'm not taking any of the fault off of the men. You know what I mean? Because I say it like this: a lot of the men that y'all dealing with grew up in situations that y'all talking about. You got to think about the men of the 70s and the 80s. Those are the men that raised us.
Yeah.
And,
Mm-hmm.
they had bad relationships with our mothers and stuff like that. And they didn't get along with them. And we had to be the witness of that. So, that's kind of how we was built, but it's a difference now. And this is why I say the past argument really ain't a good argument now, because we're years past that. We're so far past that. That's been out. You know what I mean? The traditional life and mom staying at home and dad at work all day. It was a reason why that worked. That ain't the situation now.
But
See,
that
the
is the
reason
Okay,
why.
so
situation for
here's my
that's
question for
the
you then, handsome.
yeah, please.
Why is it still working in
For
any
everyone
other culture
let's speak on
but
that one.
ours?
Yeah.
I mean, to be completely honest with you now, like I said,
Yes.
and I came up here in good faith because I don't believe you ladies are bashing black men. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely up
No,
here in black.
we don't believe it.
Right. I'm up here in good faith. So I'm gonna answer this in good faith. The
Okay.
our black women are scared.
Okay.
What
Our
are we
black women
scared
are
of?
scared. Y'all scared to get hurt. You scared to fail. You scared to watch the past repeat itself. I get it. Like part of me get it. I full on get the fear and the apprehension. That's the thing though. Black women don't want to admit that they scared. They had it
I can
behind
agree.
everything else. They had it behind
I can agree.
everything else. Just the same way if you be like, like as a black man, you be like, oh, what you mad for? Ain't nobody mad. Like you mad. Clearly you mad. Like I see your eyebrows. You mad. Like you know what I'm saying? That y'all don't
Right?
want to admit that y'all have this. You know what I'm saying? That y'all emotional barrier been broken because y'all had to harden yourselves. Now, why y'all chose to harden yourselves is debatable, right? On one hand, I get it. A lot of women have to experience a lot of dog men. I get that. But at the same time, some of y'all hold on to that and apply it to every case that you run into. And that shouldn't be the case either. Like y'all, the for some reason the trauma has started black women to hold black men to this ridiculous standard. Like it's already hard to please a woman anyway. But black women do have this unreachable standard for some black men. That's what I was trying to put in the chat, and I'm glad y'all asked me up because it's a lot easier to say. It come across a lot better than in the chat. Because in the chat, it looked like I'm just
Yeah.
trolling. You know what I'm saying? So
Right,
it's
right.
like, what black man would be suitable for black women? Because if you listen to black women talking, like that's what I'm saying, I'm not judging, but if somebody else was to come in and hear y'all talking, they would assume y'all was bashing men. They would assume that the average black man ain't good enough for y'all. And I get it, because these are just regular conversations that black women have. But from the outside looking in, you would think that the average black man ain't good enough. Y'all don't trust
Okay,
us.
so
Y'all don't believe in our
so
judgment skills.
and I hate to cut you off because I don't usually cut men off, but I know
No, you
you
good.
ran
You
down a
good.
lot of different thoughts. So I just want it so we don't get lost in
Yeah.
being able to
Right.
have the
Facts.
discussion.
Facts.
I just want to
Mm-hmm.
hold it just one moment. So
Mm-hmm.
let's go back to you saying women are hurt, right? And you said it's a lot of different ways that that can stem from. Statistics show that majority of women who are hurt grown adults usually have an attachment more so to something with their fathers more than a mate. The
Right.
other part of that statistic shows that if it was not that, it was somebody that caused trauma to them, whether family or not, and they were men. I'm not saying it's a whole big, part on the sexual abuse side, but what I'm saying is that majority of women who go to seek help always have a stemming problem, whether it is with their fathers or with men who have sexually assaulted them, not the ones that they date and it ain't turn out right. And I know you said that we hold an attachment, and I'm just going to say we as in women altogether. I'm just going to sit on the women's side altogether because I'm not one to hold on to stuff. But you say that we hold on to things. Statistics also show that women who hold on to bad men hold on to their bad fathers as well.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. And
So that's why I
that's
keep saying
the
that if men continue to be in order, women who want to be women, which is usually most of women want to be women, if they decide to follow the men so that they can be women while the men be men, and then we train up our children to fall in the same order, just like other cultures, we would be fine. The men have
and I get
stepped
it.
out of leadership rolling.
That's why I beg to differ. Who do we have to lead at this point?
You tell me what men are leading our culture right now.
I mean, it's a lot of men leading our culture, but then you it get tricky with the
Just give me
words.
men
It's a
in the
lot of men leading
spotlight.
our.
Tell me the
No, no, I
men in
get
the
you.
spotlight.
I
Oh, I'm
mean, we
sorry.
do gotta.
I'm sorry.
I mean,
Hello.
as far as like famous dudes or just people on the ground, because everybody got somebody working somewhere. Like, there's good people
Not,
doing good
the only
stuff.
reason why
That's
I
what I'm
say
saying. What I'm saying
the
is
only
this, though.
reason
What
why I
I'm saying
say
is this.
big names is because that's something that everybody would be able to relate to if they're in the chat or watching later. If you just throw
Oh,
out
okay.
some random people, you know what I'm saying,
Okay.
they might not work for folks.
Right. Okay, right. Because that's what I'm saying. The conversation get funky. Because if you looking like LeBron James, okay, let's use LeBron James for example. Everybody always want to be like he do his wife this and this that and the other. Well, look, I don't really rock with him on the court, but I can respect the fact that the man has paid for black men's education for like most of his career. That was one of his main goals. He's been funding scholarships for kids basically since he started, and he's opened up his own school. I mean, you got plenty of these black men with foundations that they open up. The thing, I think the issue is that this on the major scale, it's okay. Like we see these dudes doing it, but on the ground level, like I ain't trying to be like I ain't trying to demean nobody, but for the people that's not on Hollywood access and all this other shit, People magazine and all this, and at the Oscars slapping folks, for all them people that's not there, like the rest of
Mm-hmm.
us, the brand of the black man is not high. Like the approval rating is not high from black women,
Okay,
and
so wait, wait,
that's
wait,
not
wait, 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 wait. I do want to get to that. But go back to proving to people that there are black men leading the community. I
Yeah.
don't want to stray away from that too far
I
because you gave
mean,
LeBron
that's
James.
that's
But if it,
that's
hold
kind
on,
of
wait.
what I'm
If we
saying though. We don't have
mismention
a community to
LeBron
lead
James
though.
did open a
We wait,
school.
wait. What do you mean we don't
Wait,
have a
listen.
community to lead? We do have a community.
We
Whether
have
whether
one. I
whether
mean,
whether the men or the women or whatever want to acknowledge it, we have a community like everybody else does.
Okay, so this is my point when you talk about
and we're
leadership.
not
And
leading it. So
right,
I know that. So
this
wait,
is my
listen. LeBron James can easily be canceled. LeBron James can easily be canceled out if people want to say this. He can easily be canceled out because while he's giving scholarships, which is awesome, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to drop that idea at all. He built a school, and yet his son went to white schools. So that means he's giving money to white schools. He's giving acknowledgments to white schools. Why is
That's
his
a
son
bad
not going to
argument.
his school?
That's a horrible argument. You want to know why his son didn't go to his school? Because the school that his son went to is
Mm.
basically a farm system for the NBA. Go look at why he went to that school.
Ah,
It's several 5 to
okay.
4 star recruits on that team. It's certain schools that benefit you going to them so you can get the pipeline to the better, bigger colleges so you can get to the NBA. It's not that. That's what I'm saying.
So you
We
mean
got we
going
got
to his so wait, going to his
So
school,
right.
LeBron James School of Basketball would not benefit?
No, because it's not a proven commodity.
it's not a proven commodity because it's not what white
Okay.
people want. He's basically saying it's not
No,
what
no,
white
no,
people.
no,
It's
no,
like
no,
Right.
no,
it's
no,
like
no, 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 no,
saying
no, no,
that
no, no,
high
no, 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 no,
school. Hold on.
no,
It's like
no.
saying
That's
the
not what
high
I'm
school
saying.
athletes. I didn't finish saying what I was saying, and this is my channel. I
Yes.
let y'all talk for mad long, so give
No,
me a
no, I'm
second.
good. No, I ain't trying to be
I let
rude.
y'all
Go
talk for mad long, okay?
You're right,
It
Joey. You're right.
seems
You're
like
right. Okay.
it seems like saying, okay, well, if you go, it's like saying you can't go to an all black college because you ain't gonna be able to get into the NBA. But again, how are you supposed to change those things? He has enough power that wherever LeBron James child goes, he's getting into the NBA. Regardless if he goes to one of the schools you're referring to or whatever, he could go. He just like like there's kids all over the country that goes to regular schools that will get into the NBA if they're good like that, or the
He's
NFL
not.
if
He's
they're
not
good like
though.
that.
He's not though. That's what I'm saying.
It don't matter.
LeBron
LeBron
James' son.
says that where he
It,
go. LeBron said that what he playing wherever his son playing. So you know what that mean? They're gonna draft him. It don't matter.
but But if that logic works, then both of Michael Jordan's sons should have been in the NBA.
But
It
see,
don't work
Michael
like
Jordan
that.
didn't leverage that. No, Michael Jordan, who said his sons wanted to play ball?
They
I don't
did.
know.
They both of them went to college to play ball. Both of them played through
And
college. This is what I'm saying. No, this is what I'm saying. This is
Both
what I'm
of
saying.
them wasn't good. Can we be honest about that part? Both of
And
them wasn't
that's what
good.
I'm saying about Bronny. That's what I'm saying about Bronny.
Okay.
This is what I'm saying, ladies. Like, rock with me. Like, I'm not saying y'all wrong, but let's look at the let's color the whole picture. You know what I'm saying? Instead of coloring just half the picture, right? I see exactly where y'all coming from, but you got to understand it on the other end too. Why somebody would do something like this, right? Because Bronny ain't that good. This is why I said go look at the team he owned. Most of the players on his
Okay.
team are rated higher than him.
Okay.
But
But then, okay, so then here's a question then. Why is, even if he ain't able to go into the school that his dad has put together, right? Why is he not at a predominantly black school where LeBron James could help benefit the community that he decides to send his son to? Instead of giving his money to the white institutions and paying mad money for his son to be there.
because my thing is this. Why would he have to when historically nobody else has, right? My thing is this, those places,
What?
and I got to
Wait.
understand it.
Only because you put him up there as like our leader. So our leader should be benefiting us. You get what I'm saying?
Right. Right. That's why he started his own school. But my thing is this, his school doesn't have the credibility right now. This is what I'm saying. And I see where you coming from. And I'm saying you not, in a way, you not wrong. But I'm trying to get you to rock with me on this side. You have to understand that we also have to build stuff up too. We can't just jump into supporting everything if it's just going to fail. We can't just jump into failure every time either. So I get what you're
I
saying.
agree.
But at the same time, we look at HBCUs and wonder why their pipeline to the NFL or to the NBA is smaller than those major schools. Well, let's see. Is the school putting enough into the programs? Are the facilities up to par? These other schools are putting millions of dollars into these facilities. These schools have 150 plus year histories of pipelines to these professional leagues. I'm not finna look, I'm gonna be straight up with you. I'm black power, all of that stuff. But when it come to my son, who I plan to push the sports, if it ain't a HBCU in a position to push him forward, like you see what Deion Sanders is doing at Jackson State, that's cool. But that's one out of others. Because you want to know why? Because Deion Sanders went there and he bought the press and he did all that. It's a reason why they won't go there though, because ultimately you're not gonna get that type of support on every level. You got to do it in bits and pieces. So if everybody got to go to Jackson State, cool. But then what that's going to do is create competition at Jackson State. And it's going to force them better players to have to go to other schools in the HBCU program. That's how you
But do you
build
know
that
why
up.
HBCUs are not athletically inclined like that? Because they focus more on education. Because basketball can't be the only thing that we do as black people. So
Well, we got to pick a
HBCUs are for
lane.
higher education, not for higher athletics.
Okay, so this is what I'm saying. Don't complain when LeBron James don't send his son to Howard then. That's what I'm saying.
No,
That's
you're
the
not gonna
point.
see me complain. Listen, you're
No,
not
I'm
gonna
saying
see
not
me
you,
complain
but I'm
his
saying on the
son.
overall.
Okay, but me as a woman and us as women, we're not gonna complain that he does not go to Howard University. Because, like you said, if he's going for basketball, he should go where he has to get the upper hand, right?
Right.
But you already said that his son ain't that good. So where
Right.
should his son go from there? In HBCU, if he is mentally inclined.
No,
They might
he
not have the,
goes to
here's the
a
thing, they may
no. He
not
goes
have the
to a
best
high
facilities.
school.
Oh, wait, listen, they may not have the best facilities, right? They may not
Right.
have the best of the best, and they may have mismanaged money. Don't get me wrong. I ain't saying that HBCUs are doing all the right things. But we also don't have a bunch of black celebrities that are putting their money into those colleges. We don't have them trying to build colleges. Do you know that a lot of these colleges that are built by black people were from black celebrities? That don't happen no more. Black celebrities are not funding into black betterment in the ways that they should be doing in larger numbers. Don't get me wrong. If they making the money, that's their money. I ain't mad at it.
Hmm.
But if you came from the hood and you know how that process goes and you can speak on it, you can talk about it. You want everybody to clap for you when you talk about it, but you're not actually fundamentally placing anything into action. You can sit by and watch your communities lose all the benefits that made us start to do better. Then you are
Hmm.
still part of the problem because you take your money and you fund it with the other folks instead of funding it with us. Do you have to do it? No, but if you're going to do it, which all of them are doing it, do it with your people. Or is it because you don't want nobody else to seem like the 20% that made it? Is it a jealousy factor? I can only give my black people so much
Because you don't
because
want them
see,
to be
I got to
better
still
than
sit up
you.
here height of the 20% of black people that made it.
Okay.
Some that got
So
even in our own families.
I see that. I see that. And you know what?
And
In a
the
way, I
men are
completely
the ones
understand.
that lead as celebrities. The men
So
are leading in celebrity status for us, not the women.
okay. So
So
let me just
again, they're
interject
in
real
leader
quick.
positions. They have leader money, and they're not doing what it takes to push our people to better.
Jada, you breaking up.
Instead, they make
Ooh,
it
them
on
people
half
coming to get
naked
her
that
because
they
she
would
doing all
never
that
let
capping.
their
That's all.
kids wear.
What you say?
No, I'm just teasing. I heard the siren in the
Oh
back. I
no, he
said them
didn't.
people coming
He said
together
because I'm doing all that
because she
capping.
doing all that
Yeah,
capping.
he joking.
I'm just joking.
And I'm talking all of that reality. That reality we need to hear. But yeah, I know you're just joking with me. But that's just the thing though. When we start talking about leaders, we have to know what leadership looks like. If
Hmm.
I go and I say, let me look at the leaders of the white people as a standard, not as a standard of us, but as their standard of what their top white people are doing. Y'all black men don't scratch the surface. If I look at the Asian and their top Asian people, y'all don't match and scratch the surface. If I look at the Arabics, y'all don't match and scratch the surface. But for some reason, and don't get me wrong, I appreciate that y'all try, but you should try harder in every aspect on the job, in the community, in the households. You guys should try harder and let the
For who?
women fall in line that want to fall in line because guaranteed
Do y'all
bad
really
chicks
want to
only
fall in
became a
line?
yes we
Do y'all
do.
really
Bad
want to fall
chicks
in line
only
though?
came about
That's
because
what.
listen,
That's why I
black
argue the point though.
men
That's why I argue the point though. Cause
black
cause
men
yeah,
lost
I
the edge
understand.
on women because y'all decided y'all wanted the pimp
Bad
and player
bitches.
life, the drug life.
No,
And so
we
y'all created
don't.
these
No, we
sets of women.
don't. No, we
I'm
don't.
talking
No,
about
we
from back
don't.
then,
No,
70s,
we
80s,
don't.
90s, and 2000s. Y'all led with bringing out the baddest in women. And that's how women thought they were supposed to get your attention. So now that they are out here acting like trash, y'all
Make me
mad
mad at
because
about
y'all
it.
created the demand. If
I
y'all didn't
feel that
create the
way.
demand,
Can I?
there would be
Can I
no
just
product.
hold on? Can I just interrupt? Can I just interrupt?
Yes.
Hold on. Just let me interrupt real quick. You know why women say that? The men say
Yes,
that.
sir.
You know the only men that y'all hear say that are the men that y'all attracted to. The men that y'all not attracted to
Not
don't
me.
say that. The average dude don't want
You're
no
right.
bad.
The men that I am
I'm
attracted to
not
don't
talking
say that.
about you.
I'm
We're
sorry.
not
I
talking
cut you
about
off.
it. We're
I'm
not
sorry.
talking
I'm
about
sorry.
right. We're not talking about you in particular. We're talking about in general. This is
Okay.
what I'm saying. Women only really listen to the opinion of men that they are attracted to. So when you see men on TV and this is clearly what you're saying that women are attracted to: wealth, power, status, position of leadership. Those are the people that y'all idolize, are the dudes on TV that's in the fucking videos, the rappers, I mean, excuse the language, the basketball players, all of this. These are the people that you expect to lead. So when you see them on TV and they walking around with the made up chick with all the cut ups and put ins and add ons and you know what I'm saying? That's what y'all see, and that's what y'all think the overall black man like, or that's what y'all think the overall man like because y'all don't care about the opinion of the average man. That's what I'm saying.
I do care.
When it comes, then why?
There's
Then hold on. If you care about the opinion of the average man, why is the average man not good enough then?
the average man is not
Because
good enough
clearly,
because he's not providing enough. He's not providing enough.
Then hold on, and this is what I'm saying.
And I'm not just
He's not
talking about
providing
money.
enough for you. What are we talking about then?
He hardly provided enough for himself.
Hold on, what am I saying? Oh, no, a black man could take care of himself. If he didn't have to take care of y'all, it wouldn't matter. That's the thing about it. Black men cool by
See,
themselves.
that's a discussion.
That's the problem.
That's a discussion that
See,
no other
that's
culture
that's
talks
a
about but us.
discussion.
You
Yeah.
realize that,
But my
right?
think of, dude, hold on, wait a minute,
That
hold on.
shit is
And this is my
sad.
point. And this
But then
is my point.
they
While y'all
honestly
was talking-
can't even
hold
take
on.
care of themselves. Ain't no y'all.
But
I
this is
was
my
doing
point, though.
nothing. I was in the
Being an
bathroom.
average
But no,
man for you then.
I'm
You don't need to know
we
what's
just
the
talking in general,
average
so don't
man.
take, don't take the law, don't take y'all little. But what I'm saying is this: you
Right,
just said
right.
that, and this is what you just said. You just said that black men aren't holding up to the standards of the Arabics and the white men and all these other dudes. But are y'all doing what their women are doing?
You trying,
Their
y'all
women
ain't
don't
laying it.
No, y'all
so
They
don't.
women don't
Because,
have
hold
to.
on,
They
wait.
women don't
Wait a
have to be the
minute.
men in the household.
Wait a minute, because y'all just
Y'all
made
don't
my
create the
argument for me.
environment.
You just said that no other culture has this. No other culture has this
Yeah,
conversation.
because their man
No
stands
other
up and their man
culture.
doesn't say, "Hold on, this is
Them
my
men
page," and
also
I
beat
again,
them
I let
too,
y'all
but y'all don't want
niggas out here beating women
I'm sorry,
too.
Jovi.
Y'all out
the
here
worst
beating on
of
women
us. The
too.
worst of us. I
Again, the
don't beat
worst
on
of
women.
them. Again, I'm not saying you, but again, we was talking about people in
Okay, the
general.
average
But
man don't.
the average man don't beat on women. Okay. The
Yes.
average
So why
man
are
don't
we
beat
talking
on
about
women.
the
So
worst
why you
of the
talking
worst?
about the white man beating on his white women? The average man don't
Because
beat on
that's
his
what
women.
traditionally happened with that situation. We looking at a trial right now where
How?
dude is in jeopardy because we're looking at a trial right now on a major scale where this famous white dude is sitting here in court with his wife, and you can't figure out whether he didn't cut his own finger off, he didn't beat on her, she walking around with black eyes. Y'all not ready to live with that shit, and I don't want y'all to have to live with that. Black women don't know what they really asking for
I
because y'all
don't.
not. Wait a minute, hold on, check me out. And this is coming from a place of love and caring. Y'all really don't know what y'all asking for because y'all not prepared to do what it takes for that type of stuff. Y'all really not. For those dudes who got that amount of leadership and that amount of power, you are going to be an insignificant piece of his life because everything around him is more
That's
important than
crazy.
you. No, you're
That's
not going to
crazy.
understand. No, dead ass serious. Okay, think about it like this. Think about, we just spoke about LeBron James, right? How often do you think Savannah get to see LeBron? How often? For real, think about it. If they ain't moving
Savannah
around at
is
the
not
camp for real, and she at home,
Savannah is not an insignificant part of his life.
she's not okay. I'm not saying it like that.
That's exactly what you said. Like you have to, like yes, but that is exactly what you said. You said she's insignificant because you mean nothing. No, that's not true.
Excuse the verbiage.
That's not necessarily true.
Like this.
I sit up and I've dated. I've been married.
Think about it like this. In the grand scheme, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to cut you out, but I'm trying to make the point so you don't think that I'm
I
coming
let
down.
y'all talk for about 40 minutes, and I was back and forth into the bathroom. This is my channel, so when I'm running the talk, I don't feel like I should have to ask more than once because it's my channel.
You're right. Okay, so wait. So listen. Let's make sure everybody is being heard and not being stepped over. So let's just do it that way. Joby.
I'm not into arguing with men about the value of women. That's why I let y'all have your conversation. But I'm just gonna say I don't agree. I don't agree. We're making excuses of why. I feel like is so many excuses of why a man don't want to just stand up and just be a man. A black man. Let's be very specific. A black man don't want to stand up. There are a bunch of them who do. I come from a black man who do. All I deal with is black men who do. So let's not act like they aren't out there. Like, let's not act like because a black man does for you or a man does for you, he gonna beat your ass. That is just so, it's a setup for failure. It's a setup for struggle. It's a setup that our culture, we can get nowhere. Because if a man has anything, be wary because he might beat your ass. Like, it's just crazy. Again, and that's how we...
Time already.
it's crazy, and it makes us, you know, it looks bad on us, and it looks bad for a man, in my opinion, to say shit like that. That's just how I think. I've raised with a whole father. He would not fix his face to say no. That shit sound crazy to me. That shit just sound crazy to me. Just like yes. Have like just no, you know,
that.
just no.
I didn't say that. No, that's not what I said. And this is what I'm saying. I'm not trying to cut you off. I want to make my point because men and women hear words differently.
I ain't hear what you said out.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So can I finish? Think about it like this. In the grand scheme of things, everybody is insignificant. We gonna die and this conversation ain't gonna mean nothing. So think what I'm saying, okay? Rock with me for a second. If you talking about a man who in the 1%, he making almost $1 billion, how much time, how much dedication is he gonna have?
But we ain't talking about niggas out here making $1 billion though. But we not here talking about I'm done. We're not talking about men here making $1 billion.
That's why we can't communicate.
No, it's because
you can't communicate.
Child,
you won't let me finish. You're judging what I'm saying.
This is my fucking channel. I get to have a whole thought.
I'm saying I
get to have
I'm
a thought
too, but I'm saying if I can't get my thought out, then why are we talking? I didn't
ask you to even come on here.
But you dropped the link. You could have said no. I don't want him to.
No, I didn't drop it for you.
I did.
I dropped it for you. I dropped it for whoever want to come on. I dropped it for you in particular.
What are we doing? Like, what are we doing?
Listen,
I'm saying how I feel, and I get to say how I feel without being interrupted.
Listen, y'all.
You have to stand. That's my thing. He wants to sit there. Hold on. He wants to sit there and say, and say things, but say, don't take what I say as face value. Let's say take what we say. If we sitting here saying what we saying and we taking it as face value, you can't turn around and be like, and then we talk, who are these men with who are these billionaires? Who are these billionaires and multi-millionaires?
These are the men that only sound like they will satisfy black men. Let's keep it 100. You want to call that face value?
Only satisfy black men. You right. Only satisfy black men.
It will, because it doesn't seem like the average black man is good enough for the black woman. Now, while you were sitting up here talking about you don't want to argue a man about a woman's value, that's all y'all been talking about.
Boom. Hello? 1 second.
I'm here.
Hello? Gabby? I'm streaming. Yeah, I'm sorry. I clicked them off.
I think she might have went on mute.
Yeah, I went on mute for a second.
Usually you'll be like, handle this for me, Jada, real quick. But you just went mute. But okay, so listen. Listen.
That's just the way I feel about it. That's just the way I feel about it. I feel like I allowed y'all, my eyes was hurting me. I allowed y'all to go on. I allowed him to go on. And when I have something to say, I want to say what I have to say. I don't care about, he had enough time to say what he needed to say. You have to stand by what you said. He said some shit and didn't want to stand by it. And that's just how I felt. Hello, Head Couture.
Hey y'all, I wanted to give y'all props because it took a lot for y'all to listen to that man. He really just wanted to argue.
He wanted to argue, and he sat there and he was debating with Jada, and I'm like, okay, because I'm dealing with my eye hurting me. I'm over here, and I'm letting it go down because it's honestly was a good conversation, But and however accountability is a great thing. And I'm all about accountability on both ends. We cannot act like, these women here, and what we want. Who are these billionaires that he's talking about?
Well, he referenced LeBron James, and Jada, she had to chin check him because, and I said it in the chat, I said, listen, I'm not saying all black men are bad. What I said was black men want to lead in entertainment while the others are leading in the ecosystem.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if LeBron James' son is going into the NBA. What is that going to do for the black diaspora?
Exactly. Nothing.
And I think they don't understand it. And then when he's like, y'all, no black man is good enough, that's dusty.
That's a lie. That's dusty language. And I couldn't just sit there and act like it is no middle ground between being a billionaire and between being a dusty. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Or, because a man, he's just gonna, if he provides for you, he gonna beat you. Who is this? What?
But who said that?
Who said that? Who said that?
But here's the thing.
I get provided for right now, and nigga ain't gonna beat me. I've always been provided for, and they ain't gonna beat me. What is that? What is he talking about? What does that say?
Listen. Just to be clear, though, I did ask him to give me a big name person that he considers a leader, and the best.
And all we got is LeBron fucking James. God damn.
He didn't name Obama. He didn't name what's the guy who performed open heart surgery as the first black man?
Yeah, even the annoying. Yeah, none of that. LeBron James, because this is what it is. But it's us. Okay.
We ain't got a lot of LeBron Jameses, and LeBron ain't creating a bunch of LeBron Jameses either. So I did ask him for a big namer. So I don't know if that's like the first one that popped in his head. But for me, the first one would have been Barack Obama. That would have been the number one thought in my head. Something that everybody know. We ain't got to reach back in history. This is somebody that we know that set an example and set a pace and is trying to create better black men and women, because his wife is in on the bar with that as well.
Child, he said his wife don't matter to him. The man said his wife don't matter. That all of those things was tricked. Like how? What? It's only It's giving Dusty, because only a Dusty would believe that if you have money, that doesn't mean you have emotions, feelings, nothing.
Well, the only issue is this. To say that black women feel like black men are not enough, because the fact is that they're not enough, seems crazy to me, because again, they're doing the bare minimum. They will.
There you go.
Exactly.
We just speak about that. They will be out here. They will be out here delivering freaking Uber Eats instead of going and getting this $30, $40 building of fucking buildings here in New York and build America great again. All this dumb shit, all this funding that they putting into construction, and all these men make $30, $40 an hour, but you want to be an Uber driver. You want to deliver my fucking Shake Shack and make me tip you $5.
Now wait a minute. Now, if you live in Chicago, if you live in New York, some of them Uber drivers making a little money.
Child, girl.
Listen,
work every day. They making a little coin.
Jada, you know what's crazy? I really wanted to come up when you was talking, because I work with a guy who makes good money. Y'all know I'm in DC. I'm in here with the movers and the shakers, makes good money. This man was like, I'm gonna get this little part-time job because I want to take my wife on this extravagant trip and stuff like that. And it's so disheartening to see black men resort to, we don't like black men because we're holding them accountable, but we gotta hold black women accountable every time one becomes a single mother and everything like that. It's just like, when do y'all stand up and be men? It's like nobody is
the excuses
for leadership.
And that is the problem. I don't want black women should not, like, even with this little Toby thing, the fact that you're right, that black men will not stand up. Black women have to be the leaders. We don't want to. I want to sit home. We all know I don't want to run shit. A lot, especially the women on our channel.
Exactly.
On all three of our channels. Ain't no women on all three of our channels trying to outwork a man.
Never.
Absolutely
Never. Not on a near three of it. So what are we talking about?
If I have to. And that's why I didn't like it. And I was like, he just didn't want to hear. Some men just want to argue, and that's the problem. It became this.
They want to try to talk you into accepting less.
The bare minimum.
Every time I'm here arguing with my contacts. I got my glasses on now. But every time I came back and was listening, arguing to try to convince Jada she deserved less. But Jada ain't with the shit.
Yeah, but he was like, the men y'all date. I said,
not the men we date, sir. That's the thing. It's like, know what channel you're on.
But wait. So when he said that, I'm gonna tell y'all what goes through my mind, because I said, when I speak, I'm just going to speak as us, as all women, even if we all don't fall in the category. So I think it's possible when he said it, he was just saying as women as a whole. Because when I would be like, no, not me, he'd be like, well, I'm just talking about like women as a whole or them women. So that could be that part.
But women aren't dating the bottom of the barrel men anymore. The paradigm has started to shift. Like they don't see
It's
it.
starting
They're
to shift, and
complaining
I don't
about
think men like that.
they don't like it because black women are finally if you
Hey,
look at these young
Patrick.
girls, they getting these high speed men.
Girl, what's a high speed man?
You know the men who the
The
men
ladies.
participating in the ecosystem.
The
That's
ladies. The feminine energies or whatnot. Hey, Patrick. I love when we
Okay.
have the real men
Shout out to
pop up
everybody in
on
the chat
here.
real quick. I just
Shout
want
out
make
to
sure you guys
everybody in the chat.
make sure you are hitting that like button because I know y'all done climbed up in here
yes.
for real now. So make sure you all hit that like button. Okay,
Yes,
make
I'm
sure you
sorry if y'all
hit
hear
that.
the
Let me
movement
type
in the
it in the
back.
chat. Hit that like button. There we go.
I
So
just couldn't believe
thank
he
you
just
guys for
stole
coming
it
in
from
today. Shout
Batter.
out to the person. I seen somebody say that they subscribed to Joby's channel today. Thank you guys for
Thank you, thank you,
subscribing.
thank you.
Yes. So
Child. Yeah, he
I
was
think
talking
he
about wealthy
did.
men.
Not that I don't, it's not that I think he had a lot of good points. I think there were some points that he made. It's just that, and I'm not one of them people who listen to respond. I'm one of those people who I will listen, and if I know there's statistics that support something, I'm just going to say it. So I feel like he reminds me of some of the other men who feel like women are more accountable than the men are when it comes to this shift. Because the
Yeah.
more that I say, the men are the leaders. And so if the men fall off, the women are going to fall off. And that's why the children are
Yeah.
falling off.
Yeah.
And then the discussion becomes all these other things. But I tell you, it's been since the 60s and the 70s. And it has started to trickle down. And he says that he understands and he can agree with that. But this, that, and the third, it's like, well, if you agree and you know this is what statistics are showing, there's nothing else to talk about but for men to fall in line. If we want to get back to the best days that we have had,
We're no, it's
we
insane
have
that
to
we're
get back to the
asking them
standard.
to stand up. We're
Right. We
asking
asking
them
y'all to lead and y'all keep
do more,
asking
baby.
us, do men want do women really want that? Yes, we
I
need
want to bow
slavery.
down, nigga. Stand up. We want to sit
want it.
down.
And the more that y'all try and talk us out of the thought that y'all can do it, the more we start looking at y'all like
Infuriates
y'all
us.
crazy.
It makes us so angry because we looking around at these white men and everybody else doing it. It's like, man, I want you to stand, man.
Yes,
I
we
wanna
want
watch
you to.
you do that. I wanna cook for you and rub your fucking back like the big man you act like you is.
Well, there was this white
Okay.
guy at my job. He said it perfectly. And it was just this past Friday. He said, listen, there's things I don't want to do. He said, but if mama's not happy, the whole house is in an uproar.
There we go.
And he said
Yes.
that's what I instilled in my boys, and they're starting to get it with their dating situation. And I was like, wow. And there's good black men at my job, but those are the few and far between. And I celebrate them every chance I get. But when you have men like this who get mad because we're having a discussion, do you think we really care if someone comes in and feels like we're bashing black men? Well, baby, that was your thought coming on in here from the beginning. Because who goes into something already with a negative connotation? And that's what was killing me. And I was just like, this man is losing it. Then when
Oh,
you're
not
checking
losing it.
his analogy about LeBron James, you chose LeBron James. If he would have asked me as a black woman, who do you feel is a black woman that represents, I would have been like Condoleezza Rice because of the things she did in her life and where she's been. Like I wouldn't choose an entertainer. I'm gonna choose somebody who's a part of the ecosystem. Because at the end of the day, those are the people who are calling the shots, not
Yep.
the people who are
Yes.
entertaining.
Yeah, and
But
that's why I was like, if I look at any other race, I can pinpoint who in the white race the men are leading, who in the Asian race what men are
Yep.
leading, who in the Arabic community what men are leading, who in the
They don't ask
Italian
their
community.
women.
I
Mm-hmm.
can point them out.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not even in their race. But when I'm
Mm-hmm.
in my own race, I ask somebody to point them out, and they have a hard time pointing out an adequate leader. And the reason is because we don't have many, and the ones that we have, the men are not listening to.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay?
Okay.
So,
Yep.
because the truth is that during the Obama era as a president, say what y'all want to say, y'all feel he didn't do enough. What more could he do as a black man as a president? He couldn't do too much without people being ready to throw him to the wolves. So he did certain different things. It wasn't the best, but there were some things that did benefit black people. So at the end of the day, for this here, when he left presidency, right? He started extra foundations that were specifically for black men. His wife had some specifically for black women. They had one specifically for both black men and black women together. How many joined them? When he was president, you seen a rise of black women do better,
Yeah.
but not the black men.
I,
Why?
I see
Why?
what he's saying. Listen,
That's the problem.
I said
Why?
Condoleezza because Condoleezza is a part of the ecosystem. Now, do I like all her policies and procedures? No, but I'm not going to diminish that black woman who speaks multiple languages, who's out here doing the thing, who pushes education, who shows you can be a strong, resilient black woman and not be bitter and be a baby mama. She
Yep.
shows black excellence, but y'all want to pick at the little things. I love a woman who's standing in her truth.
Yeah.
Yes. And I mean, listen, when it comes to Obama, because I ain't trying to sell nobody on Obama. I mean, he can't even run again. But this is what I mean by Obama showed leadership. That's why I said, he didn't do a whole lot of stuff when it came to black in politics. But listen to this. He was a black man that chose a good woman. That good woman chose and believed in a good man who showed leadership while they dated.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? He
Mm-hmm.
was able to become president. Y'all might want to call him a puppet or not, but he was able to
He
hold
did
and
that.
stand
Yep.
his ground
Mm-hmm.
as a man who became president after only becoming, just a small timer in his own city.
Mm-hmm.
Whether they decided to prop him up or not, guess what? For the first time ever, they decided to prop up a black man. He took care of his children.
Yep.
He stood by his wife no matter what was going on, and he let y'all know he don't play about his wife. So listen, that is what I mean by it showed a standard of leadership. He not even in the public eye no more, and he's still showing you a standard of leadership.
The problem I believe with these black men and this black women don't like black men and the average black man is too busy nitpicking. You know what I'm saying? I gave y'all Condoleezza Rice and then you want to tear her apart. Like, see, this is what we talking about. And who was Condoleezza Rice supposed to be with? Who?
Right.
What black man was suitable
Who?
for her?
It's like the whole thing with Rihanna right now. It's like, but who is she supposed to be with? Who? Because that's what I keep like when he was speaking. Like, who are these
Michael B.
billionaires?
Jordan.
Who are these billionaires? Yeah, like Jay-Z. Like he got a wife. Like
She was
what
supposed
the
to be
hell?
with Michael B. Jordan. That's who would have did a good job for me. Yeah.
Michael B. Jordan got him something.
Yeah,
He
Lori.
didn't at first. He didn't at first.
He
But
got-
I'm not mad at old girl. Listen, I love her too. Okay, she good for me.
She good
So,
for me.
It's like
she
the
good for me.
goalposts always change. It's like, well, who do
Yeah.
you want these educated black women who are making the money to be with? If the men are not there, if our men are not there, let's be clear. I'm in a field.
Listen, and it
where
doesn't
there's
even
only
have
so
to
many
be
of us.
educated. It's so many other things. There are mechanics out in this world.
Yup.
They're shit. Half of these motherfuckers won't even go get a city job. You know what I'm
Thank you.
saying? Like, this is like, could we be for real? Like, my father took care of a whole household and my household when my parents got divorced, and he had a goddamn city job. Bought houses, bought buildings. What are these niggas talking about?
I just think they just
okay,
want
so
to.
wait,
They
I
just want to
seen him.
argue.
I
They
just
just wanna
seen him
argue.
say that. Wait, where it go? I just happened to see it when I got ready to tell people to like this video. But okay. So Michelle Obama chose Barack Obama while he was average. Y'all want Obama after he
Average.
becomes president? She was not with Obama and chose him while he was average. You know
He
what
went to
happened?
Harvard.
Above average.
Wait a
He went to
minute.
Harvard.
Okay.
You mean the Obama? You mean the black man that graduated from Harvard? Could y'all sit the fuck down? Y'all niggas don't even go to community college.
The one
I'm not
that
arguing with y'all.
Wait, the one that courted her correctly, the one that showed her she was valuable to him, the one that set up and made sure that he continued to do better after she looked at him and thought, but you still need to do more.
Oh Lord.
What was wrong with that?
Oh.
And the more that she was talking about was the stuff that he was talking about that he wanted to live out his dream with.
Dr.
She
Ralph
said, no, you
Richard
can't
Banks
have a
said it
dream and not
correctly.
go after your dream. That's what she told him. You got a dream, you need to go after your dream.
Listen, Dr. Ralph Richard Banks is Marriage for White People, a black man who teaches at Stanford University with his black wife, said it best. A lot of these black men are comfortable, he wrote that in the book, with their mediocre jobs that don't
Yes.
compete.
Call that. That's why I keep saying they want to they want to drive Uber instead of getting up at 5 in the morning like my man do and go build a goddamn building and make $75 an hour. No, they want to go deliver deliver my lo mein. Get out of here. That's the thing. They don't want to do anything. They want to waste it. Like, how many men do we know after 20 they do something with their lives?
Baby, nobody falls off after Harvard.
Until like 33, half of them want to be rappers. They want to be basketball players. They want to be all of this shit with nothing stable. And all we ask is say, get something stable. Get something stable. Be a man. Don't create baby mothers. How about you marry that virgin you destroyed? How about you do that? How about you put a ring on her finger? How about you build a family?
Virgins you destroyed.
Any of them you destroyed. How about you create an actual family? How about this man saying they can take care of themselves? But a lot of black men that I know live with women.
Yeah.
They go from women house to women house, Graham. They go from mommy house to auntie house to this chick house to the next chick house. Please.
I'm in DC. I see it all the time. They be out here. Well, why can't I live with you? That's why I don't tell people where I stay.
Yeah, can you imagine? That's insane. But then we can't act like that's majority of them. I don't date no black man who act like that. But let's not act like they ain't out there. Just like the trash ass women are out there. But let's not act like it's all of us.
Yeah, you know what I don't like when men can't stay on topic, they start to deflect.
Deflection.
If you got a man, then why are you bugging on this man? We're talking about the women, the young girls, because they don't understand who our audience.
Because this is my content.
the young girls who watch us, who be out here dating poorly, and we telling them date the best, even if it's not this black man. See, the problem was black women are waking up. Their daughters are waking up, the nieces, the grannies, and everybody. And
waking up.
To date the men who are better for them, regardless of them being pro-black or whatever. And that's what's killing black men, because they no longer can diminish a woman's standards because she's getting treated like a queen elsewhere. Despite them showing us, oh, this white man killed this black woman. Oh, you see this? You see? They always use the one versus the many who are doing their part. Women are starting to have
I'm gonna tell y'all this, and I'm gonna tell y'all this one more time. Go ahead and hit that like button. Even if you don't like the conversation, there's a dislike button you can hit as well.
There you go.
So I appreciate it. Support your girl Jovi Beauty. Shout out to all of us on the panel: Jovi Beauty, Jada LaRue / Feminine Melanin, and Couture Bay. Listen, here's the thing that I also want to mention while we're on this live. I am a woman who loves the thought of black love, right? But I also know that reality is there's not enough black men per black women. And I refuse to be in the area of being a side chick or a baby mama. So if I have to say this to black women, only in the instance of saying, if you want to date the rainbow, date the rainbow.
Yeah.
Why? Because there's not enough men to go around.
And a lot of them are
Okay,
Like you
so
said,
listen,
I date
when you
black
do
men.
it, choose wisely.
My
Okay,
man
do
is
it and
black,
choose right.
but the reality is a lot of men aren't giving it the way that a lot of black women deserve it.
There you go.
Yeah, and
Thank you.
listen, ladies, before the men tell you, oh, they just go, have sex with you, make you baby mamas, whatever. Here's the statistics for you. Black women who date outside of their race with white men, Asian men, even Arabic men. The Hispanic men are a little different. But if it's white, Asian, Arabic, guess what? You have a high chance of not being a baby mama.
Uh-huh.
The statistics shows that. The statistics also show that when non-black women get with black men, they have a higher rate of becoming baby mamas.
Yep.
That's why they're crying on the internet right now.
Right now.
On
That ain't
TikTok.
black women ain't out here making white women and all that baby mamas. We not doing none of that.
Right, we ain't doing it.
We ain't doing it.
I guess they
We
put
trying to
Saying
get
whether
married.
it's Asian woman, these are the women y'all say submit to you. So I don't know how y'all making them baby mamas when they supposed to be the most submissive women in the world for y'all. But nonetheless, I only say this because I want women to understand as sisters. It's not about going to another race to get the best. It's about choosing the best, period.
Period.
Choosing the best, period. And if that means that you have to open yourself to taste the rainbow, do that. Because there's not enough black men to go around. Good, bad, and ugly. It's not enough of them no matter what we thinking.
Yep. Gabrielle
So,
said they want us to follow them. This is what I was saying earlier while they run you into the ground. You cannot have a man. It's completely ridiculous and retarded to let a man run your household when he can't even run himself.
Exactly.
He's gonna run your shit into the ground. That's how y'all women end up always fucked up. You don't have nothing. Them be the women who let men who can't even run themselves.
we tell
Why
black
would you-
men to lead, and they keep asking us, is that what y'all really want? Y'all don't really want that. And then they
Yes,
walk off
it
and go do
is.
the whole thing. It's like we telling you that's what we want. So
And
now
y'all
take charge.
do it.
Y'all don't even know what to do with the power. We try to give it to you. Y'all don't even know what to do.
Don't know
Y'all
what
so
to do.
flabbergasted when we say that. We telling
You
you
be like,
to lead.
no, you don't really want that. Yes, we do.
Right.
I was
I hate
raised
when
like
a
that.
man says,
Submissive.
I
Like,
hate
who
when a
doesn't
man
wanna live
says
on a
this.
man?
Right. Black women ain't gonna let us do it. I don't hear no other race of men saying white women ain't gonna let us do that. Asian women ain't gonna no, they go and do what they gotta do. That's what we asking y'all to do. For the women who don't want to follow, then don't let them follow. Why are you concerned about the women that won't follow you?
Because they mad. They want us all. That's what it is. They want us all. Instead of them making a proper choice.
Yeah.
And it goes back to that word accountability. I cater to my man. My man is good to me. Like, I don't have no problems with
I
that.
don't have no
I say that all the
problems.
time. I say
Yeah.
that all the time. My father
Y'all know
said
my man
a
be
man
making me
who
mad.
don't work don't need a woman.
My father said that my whole life. Like, I don't. That's what I'm saying. And when you raised a certain way, you have different fucking standards. Because I cannot wrap my mind around half of the shit some of these niggas be saying.
Exactly.
No,
Like,
and
cater to
for
you. I sing the whole Destiny Child song and be doing it, but you got to be a man worth.
You gotta be a man worth catering to. I do. Y'all see how I cook? I'm OD. I am that girl all day, all day. I can't be that girl if I gotta. If that don't even make sense. Don't
and
even
listen,
make
if y'all want to be
sense.
mad at us, don't be mad at the women who are waking up. Like y'all said, the men are waking up. So the women are waking up too. Just like y'all say Kevin Samuels is waking y'all up, Kevin Samuels is waking the women up. Kevin
They
Samuels
taking
is
advice from
waking
a
up
gay
the
man.
women
I
because
said it.
Kevin Samuels says men should be paying the bills.
But see, they only hear what
They
they
are
want to
saying
hear.
that men supposed to do X, Y, and Z. So he telling y'all too, and women are listening to Kevin Samuels. Even if they want a better man and all that other stuff, they might not be able to fit the bill. But the women who are of a certain caliber that want to stay that certain caliber, they are listening to Kevin Samuels and saying, we ain't messing with y'all. that ain't doing what you're supposed to do. Period. So don't get mad at us either. Get mad at Kevin Samuels.
Exactly. Exactly. They don't even understand the dust is leading the dustier. And they love to say, y'all don't know, listen, I don't know any woman on the planet that doesn't want to be submissive to a man. See, I heard a man say on a panel, he said, I've never had an issue with a woman following my lead because I stood up as a man.
There you
When people
go.
like make it make sense. It's like they want to argue with us because it gets them off. Like I don't understand no other way. And I think it's crazy because if you are a good man, you would not care about us talking about the bad ones.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
agree. Because you wouldn't even entertain the bad ones. I had to tell a guy, he said, and I hear this a lot. The good women don't want the good men, they want the bad boys. But then you in turn act like a bad boy so you can get these said good women, then get mad that they treat you wrong. Because they were never good women from the beginning. And
There
you
you
knew
go.
that, but they look good.
There you go.
Exactly.
Y'all trying to
Uh,
save them all. Y'all trying to be Richard Gere in the movie and ain't got Richard Gere money and pretty women, but y'all
There
think
you
that's going to
go.
make the woman flip.
there.
There you go. They want those type of women, and then be mad at us because those women treat them like those women are gonna treat them.
Or tell us they won't let us lead and that we need to shut up and cook and clean. Child.
Right.
Please,
So don't
child.
get it twisted, men. As y'all listen to this replay or listening right now, don't get it twisted. When we are on the Jovi Beauty channel or even on Couture Bay or my channel, when we are on these channels, we do not sit up and bash the men. Only when the men in question need to be discussed or what they said, what they did. But we do the same thing to women. We hold accountability on both
Accountability.
sides. And today just happened to be about a guy who tried to claim like he had a dust bunny, and that is not the case. So this is how this discussion today started. We don't bash black men, but if y'all come with that finagling stuff, like y'all be trying to say, we come with these finagling points. If y'all come with these finagling points, we will address them. You can't keep saying, oh, yeah, I agree with that. You know what? You're right about that. And then still try to give your narrative because your narrative no longer works if you agree that this is what it really is, not this
Exactly.
fantasy stuff from the hood. All that
You know
hood
what the
minded
problem
stuff.
is? That they're lying to themselves. If they would just be honest, and I said it before, and that's why I don't give Brittany Renner a hard time. She said if these men would just say that they love these hoes, right, and
Just
they
say
really
that
don't
shit.
want a good woman, and it would save so many men and women so much time. They would be so much happier, and they would live in their truth. A lot of people are not living in their truth, and that's why black men are out here kicking and screaming right along with black women because when y'all say date better and they do, you get mad.
You get
When they date
mad.
poorly, you get mad. It's like men are supposed to lead. That's how the patriarchy is set up in business. That's how it's set up in romance, and that's how it's set up in friendship. So if you're not leading, what do you want us to do? Just be all destitute? No. You need to stand up. Tell the men to stand up. It's no longer women's position to be telling men to stand up.
Yeah, that's
We
the
just
thing.
got to
You
tell
want us
women
to
to
be in
date
our
better.
place, but they want us to be stand in our place, but they keep trying to make us take their place.
They keep telling us to be in our place, and then our place means not having to work. But then y'all talking about these women don't want to help out and help with the home and be ride or dies.
Please.
They want
Like, do you want me
traditional
to be
women,
a
but they're not
woman, or
traditional men.
you want me to be the man, or you want me to be the woman?
Pick a struggle. Exactly. What do you want me to be? I
I
can
say it
only
all the
be one.
time. They want us to be traditional women, and they're not traditional men.
And they not traditional men. You
Yeah, because they
can't
throw that
ask
at us
me.
all the time. Y'all not traditional women because y'all are not traditional men. That's what I said to the young man that was up here. I said, well, when did we become untraditional? When the men became untraditional in the 60s and 70s?
Yeah.
And he said that, he understood that. So if you understand that, then
What
The
that's where
abolishment
our
of
problem lies.
segregation. That's when they became who they really wanted to be. The abolishment of segregation.
Yeah, it's like they went and they ran amok and had a good time, and then they set the standard for the demand. Let's not act like because y'all didn't create all of this lifestyle that y'all decide to not get with the good women that hang around with the HOEs all day, whether you were a celebrity or not. If you had a little bit of money, that's what you did. So women who wanted a provider
Went and got them that.
made the flip. Y'all created the demand and they became the product. And now y'all mad at the product that y'all produced. So if y'all want a better product, y'all must become a better product for demand. Instead of us looking elsewhere, because we ain't looking elsewhere. They just look highly tempting. That's all that is. We don't really want to look elsewhere than our black men. It ain't really about your penis. It ain't about your
Yeah, they
penis
keep
size because some of
thinking.
y'all ain't even got a penis size. And for
There you
ones who
go.
got it, y'all don't know what y'all doing with it.
That
So it's not
too.
about the penis.
Speak
This is
on
not
it.
why we here with y'all. What we want is for y'all to lead. And when we are in our feminine areas, or if we even halfway feminine, when we end up being around other men of other cultures and we recognize that this is what they do, it does become tempting. You know why? Because our natural nature is to want a man that leads and provides.
Yep. I can't.
If
I
you
can't.
ain't
My
doing that,
natural
that's why
temperature.
we starting to look at y'all weird.
I can't. How can you?
They come here from other countries, be the bottom, and don't get me wrong, they get assistance, but so do we.
Yeah.
So they come here starting from the bottom, and they still outdo us.
Outdo. Yep. Fucking crazy. We were just I told you, my dude, we were just talking about that. How the Ukrainians about to come over here and they about to take all them construction jobs.
Run
But then we gonna be
circles.
talking about, yeah, out here in Brooklyn, they gonna take all them damn construction jobs. But then these niggas gonna turn around and act like they ain't got nothing and blame the mayor.
Blame me. And here, look, listen to this fact right here. I had to tell a guy this yesterday. Yesterday was Sunday? Yes. I told a guy this yesterday. He was like, ain't no good women. Y'all want all these bad guys. I'm like, aren't you the same one who was just complaining about Russell Wilson and calling him a simp? So when we see the good guys, y'all telling us these ain't good men. These ain't the right men. These ain't the average men. This ain't what a man is. He a simp. He a punk.
Speak
Do y'all
on
hear
it.
what y'all doing out here? We trying to choose the better man, and y'all still
And
telling
y'all
us
keep telling
that
us,
ain't
no,
what it
that ain't the
is.
better man. You trying to convince us that, that ain't really what you want. That ain't the better man. That ain't, like, come on.
I don't think there's a privilege for black males, but I do feel like a lot of people are black male identified, and
Yeah.
that's why their messaging is always bullying of the woman, the black woman, to be submissive to a man
Who can't
who can't
provide.
even provide for himself,
It's
and that's
ridiculous to
Or can
even
unfortunate.
think
provide
that.
emotionally correct the right way. There are some women who will submit to a man that is quote unquote potential, actively potential, not looking like he can do something, but actively doing something. He has potential, right?
TD Watkins, I
But
work
then
because I choose to work.
his attitude ain't even there. It's like you
Mm,
want me to submit because you trying, but you ain't doing me right emotionally either.
mm-hmm.
But if you were
Mm-hmm.
treating me right emotionally, because see, some guys be like, yeah, that's a good woman right there. She submitted to a man who was in his potential stage, but he was treating her right as well in his potential stage.
Yeah.
I tell
Yeah.
women
Not
don't
cheating
even
on
date
her, not
potential.
popping babies, not trying to smash her all out soon
Not
as he
try.
meet
Yep.
her.
Trying to destroy your life. You
That
want to
ain't
do
what
all
they
of this
Trying to live
shit?
doing.
off her because she's gonna be somebody good. We've seen that way too many times. I see it
Uh
all
huh.
out here in
Yep.
DC.
Yep. Trying to latch on to some woman because you see her the potential she got. Like, this shit is insane.
We're not making this
Yeah,
up. We are women who date, and I said it on my channel. I date all types of men, but I date black men too, and there's a significant difference. And I've said
yes.
it. I said that's when I realized I had to date better black men,
Yeah.
because when I was dating white men, I was like, ooh, eye opening experience.
Okay. I ain't gonna kid you. The white guy I
No.
dated, I was like, dating you seriously. I keep telling these white guys, and I told him from the beginning, but he was like, why? He was like, You keep saying you enjoy dating black men, black men, black men, but seems like you have a better time with me. And I was like, now hold up now. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I can't have a black man that I submit to running me because that stops me from running my people, right? You know, the whole pro-black thing. I'm like, I can't have that because my agenda is not your agenda. Your agenda is what you got for your people. And
Yeah.
so he kept talking and he like, listen, it's not about the agenda. It's about what works best. If this is what works, you think a black man in the same position as me will not do what works best for his people too? I was like, well, you know, I get that point. He was like, look, he was like, it's a dog eat dog world. We do that to our own kind. This ain't nothing different. I'm like, but see, that's the problem. I don't want to be dealing with a white man that will do his own white man dirty. That definitely tells you you'll do me and my people dirty. And he was like, so your people don't do each other dirty? I was like, you know what? I ain't gonna lie to you. We all the same, I guess. I guess we all the same. I mean, you got dirty people in every race. That was like the eye-opener moment. There's dirty people in every race. We can't get away from that.
Yeah.
There's nothing we can get away from. But I still felt like he was just not something I could get serious with. But did I give him the extra time a day that I had never gave any other white guy? I did. Did I realize I was excitingly happy? Oh my goodness, I hate I'm admitting this. But yes.
Yes, you were.
Yes, I was. And I had to admit to him, like, you know what? I feel this way when I'm with some of the Hispanic men. The Asian men, excuse me, and the Arabic men. I realized how much more fun I was having because they
Yeah.
allowed me to be a
A
woman.
woman. Yeah.
Yes. Patrick, I've been married before. I'm a divorcee.
We're all I'm a
living my best life.
divorcee. Damn right. Ain't no
I'm sorry,
baby
what was the
mamas over
question?
here.
No, sir.
What was the question?
If we dating, how come we haven't progressed? You see what they be doing to us? They never asked me.
Oh, I have progressed.
They never asked the men that. You know what's so crazy? Y'all ever come across those men, even on the dating sites, where they be like, I've been single for 10 years. I'm trying to get it together now. Nick, you been single for how long? Red
Kevin
flag.
Samuels progressed, and he's been through 2 marriages. No shade to you, Kevin Samuels, but he's been through 2 marriages, and right now, at the height of his newfound life, he got women coming after him, and he even still admits that he just have a bunch of little sleep buddies.
Exactly. He
So
can't
why
even live in
hasn't
his
Kevin
truth.
Samuels progressed and found his wife? I mean, he had a perfect what is that? The prize. He had a perfect prize. Him and that prize didn't make it together. He decided to put that prize out on the market for the other men to look at.
Oh,
So,
okay. I hear
right,
that.
you know, that's what he ended up doing. If I was a man and I found the prize, I wouldn't be sharing that with no other men.
Yeah. You found the
I'd be like,
prize,
they're gonna get
right?
second best. Right, they're gonna get second best because I'm taking the prize because I am a high value man and this is what I'm looking for. But nonetheless, I have progressed all my life. I date better all the time. I choose better all the
All
time.
the
I'm not
time. It's just
choosing. I'm
getting
not
better and
choosing the
better.
bad. Yeah, it
Yeah.
gets better and better.
I'm
Now,
not
if you want
choosing the
to
dirt
ask me,
bags.
if you want to ask me, why is it that? Because I'm not single right now, but why is it that I had single moments in my life? If you talk to any of those men, they hated to lose me. I had to leave them because majority of them did not understand what it was like to actually have
Have a
a
good
good
woman.
woman.
Yup, and they turn around and say it. Damn right. That's how you know it
Sure
ain't
will.
you.
They'll
It's
turn around
them.
and say it. Why me? Why you choose me? And then they make all of these foolish mistakes, insecurities, problems. And I try to deal with black men because I understand where their burdens come from. I understand where their insecurities come from. But that don't mean that I have to deal with it.
Yeah.
So
That's
if
Exactly.
you go too far with your insecurities, I leave you.
yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
have time for that. There is a man that is not going to do that. And there has been people like, you should have married him. You should have married him. It needs to be the same people in marriages, and they are not happy. But they want me to go through the same burdens that they go through with their men. I'd rather be single. Fast forward to now. Now the new problem after like 27 years old. The new problem has been when I say I don't want no more kids, I mean that. And I meet men who say they don't want kids. Then they see how awesome I am. Suddenly they want kids.
Jada, you go ahead and have a baby when I have my baby.
Girl, if you don't stop playing with me, I'm not having no kids. I'm not having no. And listen, for people who are wondering, like, dang, how many kids she got? I have one child, and me and her dad would be together. He has passed away. And he passed away when she was little, and I was trying to have a second child because they told me that I had to go back to back because they were unsure if I would be able to carry later. So we took that chance. And he just happened to die after I lost my second child. So that's where my single nature comes from as a single mother. We were already engaged before I even got pregnant. I just, I had
No,
a
it's
rough
all good.
pregnancy,
Shoot.
folks.
You don't have to
Rough
explain
pregnancy, folks.
yourself.
But this,
Jovi, go ahead and
no,
have a baby when
this
you got
this
your
is for me.
me and my man.
No. This is for me just to give a reference to how I can still be a single mother, but I didn't choose bad. Because the man that I was engaged to and got pregnant by that told me to go back to back and let's try for a second one because he knew I wanted at least 3 kids if I was going to have kids. That man had money. That man did not disrespect me. That man waited until I was ready to actually be sexually active, which took several months.
Yeah.
Okay? He understood where I was coming from. He treated me right. He moved me in less than 3 weeks. He was ready to get married in less than 4 months. So the man that I was with, that I had my child with, was a good man. And then not only that, my daughter is now going on 16 years old, and I have not had another child since her. Well, I did, but that one passed away. But I mean, birth-wise, and was able to raise. So I am a single mother of one child, and the child that I was having, the man that I had this baby with, was of good status. So
Yeah,
women
people
who,
outgrow people and things happen. Life changes. It's just like crazy to me. That's the question I
okay,
always ask the women because there's men up here never been married, horrible husbands, deadbeat daddies, giving y'all relationship advice. The nerve.
The nerve.
okay, all of
Exactly.
these guys that's telling y'all how to date these women and telling y'all that these women must submit to you and you got to make her submit. You ain't got to make a woman submit. If you're doing the right thing,
You
she'll just
don't.
submit. But
Yep.
nonetheless, they telling y'all this while they have been through women after women after women and still trapping off with women, sleeping with them, and not trying to make any honest women out of them, even if they leave the country. They telling y'all they go and meet these women, and these women treat them good, and then it's
And
like, well,
they
did you knock
still
her
treat
off?
them like trash.
Right? They like, well, did you knock her off? Yeah, I hit that or whatever, blah blah blah. But you didn't make her a wife. So the solution is not even traveling.
It's not. It's girl. We already know. But
Okay,
Jada,
like
we gonna have to go because we at 2 hours and we at 2.5 hours and I still gotta go work out before my next video.
well, enjoy. I am waiting on the weather to figure out if it's going to rain or not before I hit the gym because your girl can get back in the gym now. Hey,
Okay.
I have been
Hey.
enjoying myself in the gym, girl. No days off, okay?
You and me both. I've been like, let me get this muscle density together, child.
I had to. My doctor actually told me I was losing muscle mass because I said
Yeah.
my right
Yeah.
side looks odd, and he was like, "You're losing muscle mass." He was like, "You need to try and do something at the gym and push yourself because the car accident had me
Yeah.
scared all of a sudden to do anything because every time I did, something was breaking, popping out of place." But I'm
It's all
better
right,
now,
girl.
and that's all
It's
that
all right, girl.
matters.
That's all that matters.
That's
But
all
all
that
right,
matters,
Jada.
y'all.
I'ma see y'all. We're gonna be back at 6 o'clock anyway, child. Cause we're gonna diagnose and really tear apart this whole Tasha K and Storm Monroe situation.
Okay, y'all. Well, I will
I'm
see y'all
over it,
then.
messy child.
It
I'ma
is
be
messy.
messy, child. So I
You gonna
see
be
you
messy?
later.
Okay. All right, well, I will see y'all later. Shout out to everybody that has been here, whether you came in at the beginning, at the end, or in the middle. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you like the vibe, share if you care. And look, even if you don't like this video, you were here, so you were highly entertained. Hit the dislike button, okay? If you're watching the replay, drop any and all thoughts that you have. If you don't agree, drop them in the comments after the video. We still want to know, because at the end of the day, we must talk to each other and listen to each other and learn from each other in order to fix the problem.
Yeah.
So don't be afraid to drop your thoughts in the comments. And I will see you guys soon. Thanks for having me.
No problem. Thanks for coming.
Mhm.
Okay, guys, thank you all for being here today. I really appreciate it. We had a great show this Monday morning. I need to go eat something and I need to go work out. We've been on here for 2.5 hours. Y'all know I don't eat in the morning, so I'm tired and I'm dying. Thank you, Jada. Thank you, Couture Bay. Thank you, what the guy, I forgot his name off the top of my head, but thank you, Yella. That was his name, Yella. Thank you, Yella, for coming up as well. Thank you, everybody, for giving your 2 points, your two, what was it? Y'all know what I mean. Thank you to everyone in the comments. And like I said, we will be back today at 6 p.m., okay, to talk about the whole Tasha K and Storm Monroe situation. If y'all did not notice, I already got that video up and waiting. So go over there, like it from now. Go hit that notification so you know when we go live, and I'm done. And as always, I hope you live your life like it's golden, because there's no other way to live it. Love you all. Bye-bye.